Hey!
That was awesome.
The
I was going to sit back and grab the popcorn.
Matt, that was awesome, mate. Well done.
Yeah, it worked out. I think it worked out.
Sick.
Depends on what the other people seen, hey?
No, that was awesome. I loved it.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas, fellas.
Merry Christmas,
everybody. Let's go through. We've got lots of people in. Let's go through and say hello to all of the people that are here. We've got Mr. Chris Miwa from Chasing 80s Toys.
Hey, mate.
We've got our mate. Got our mate Phil. And we got Simon. Yes, started
Simon.
Hey, Simon. We've got Joel here, Jewel. Sorry, I always go Joel. G'day.
Hey, Joel.
There's Monique, Dan.
Hey, Monique.
Hey. We got Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. Let's get into this. We also got Darth Muzzer. Evening, Darth Muzzer.
Darth Muzzer.
Hey, mate.
I've got Darth Santa.
Yeah, I can see that. Mate,
We
those
got
windows
Sarah
look
and
really
Dean.
scary.
How you going?
Hey, guys.
Happy Christmas.
The Taylors.
We've also got Dan Clark. Thank you, Dan, for joining us all the way
Dan.
from
From
Dan.
the UK. Nice and
All the way
chilly
from
there
the
at the
UK.
moment.
We got my brother. G'day, Steve. Thanks for joining.
Hey, Steve.
And we got another brother.
Hey, Mitch.
Your brother's joining us tonight.
Need to get my brother on there.
Lots of people. So that's great. And we've also got, we're just going through them. We've got PGM. Pete, g'day.
Hey, going,
Thanks
Pete.
for joining
Hey,
us. And we've got Lee. Thank you.
Our boy
very
Lee.
much.
We're about to join you on that one, mate. We've got a few as well.
We've got our
So cheers.
beverages. Cheers,
Cheers,
everyone.
fellas.
Happy
Cheers.
Christmas.
Cheers.
Yeah, good one.
Mm. Well, we've got a lot going on tonight, don't we?
We do.
Certainly do. My
It's
goodness.
it's been a bit of an epic to organise, but been looking forward to it.
It's going to be a fun night.
Cannot
How you
wait.
been going, Ryan? We'll start with you. How you been going?
Yeah, been going really well. Been enjoying opening up all the boxes and getting everything set up. So and
Cool,
getting into
Christmas.
the festive Christmas attire. So yeah, it's been awesome.
And you, Scott, how you been?
I've been good, mate. I've been good. I mean, I've been just trying to, pump out some videos and get some stuff organised in the collection room, and I got 4 more days of work, so just looking to get through that and enjoy a bit of downtime. So no, all is good, mate. I mean, I'm definitely in the Christmas spirit. Like I'm feeling it this year. Sometimes it feels like Christmas, and other years it's like, oh, it doesn't quite feel it. I'm into it this time around, and I think this live stream is with talking about Christmas memories and all those sorts of things, it's only going to contribute to that. So, mate, I'm good.
That's good. That's good. It is a little bit hard to get into the Christmas spirit as an adult, but we do our best.
It doesn't happen on its own. You know what I mean?
No,
like
you
you have to
come
kind of
together.
choose to.
You
Yeah.
got to work at it a little bit. And Andrew, how are you going, my friend?
Yeah, good, Matt. Good, Matt. Yeah, it's just a busy day trying to carve
That's
a
a
path
lovely
to the
task.
TARDIS and get it set up.
Make sure it's in the North Pole.
Yeah,
We're doing our Christmassy best.
yes, that's right. Yeah.
I before we kick it off, we got a few guests tonight. We got Nostalgia Button. We've got Sis from Nostalgia Button joining us, and we've got our mate Usual Mike coming in as well. And then we've also got Phil from Treasures for Trigger, and we've got Zazel from Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. So
What a lineup.
big night plan. There's a few giveaways tonight. I will announce giveaways probably 10 minutes before, and we'll get it all happening.
Yeah. So as far as the giveaways go, like there's no. It's not like any one of you has missed out in terms of entries. Like it'll be a 10-minute window to enter each time, and then we'll sprinkle them throughout the stream. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. I got some cool stuff to give away, and I know you guys do too. So that'll be good.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I wanted to play this for everybody. I've organised a bit of a mashup. Now it's not all of us, but there was a video by Ryan, and we've had a bit of a chat, Ryan, and I wanted to show this to everybody because this video made me laugh, and I hope it makes everyone else laugh.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give this a whirl. I hope you all enjoy this.
That's right. We have a mega box of Batman figures by Kenner. An original Batman animated series Batman figure. Another Batman figure. A Batman figure. Batman figure. A newer looking Batman figure. Batman figure from the Batman animated series. Far out. This just keeps going. So we've got a Batman Michael Keaton Batman figure. Another Batman figure. Another Batman figure. We have a Batman animated series Batman figure. We have another Batman animated series Batman. We have another Batman animated series Batman. Batman figure, I think. Batman figure. Batman figure. Batman. Another Batman figure. Batman figure. Batman animated series figure. Batman animated series figure. Batman figure. Batman, purple Batman, pretty cool looking Batman figure. A samurai Batman figure. Batman, and a mega Batman unboxing. See you later.
That was a classic.
That was great. That was good work. And you know what? I've got another Batman.
You're a good sport, Ryan. You're a good sport.
That was great. Just kept going.
It was very entertaining. Do you want to have a look at a few? We've got Sis in the green room. Do we bring Sis in now, or are we just going to go through a few Christmas pictures for some of us?
Do you want to just quickly race through those, and then we'll bring Sis in, because once we get Sis Dog in, I want to focus our chat on him and his memories and so on. So maybe we just get these photos up, have a little chat, and then we'll bring him straight in as soon as we're done. Sounds
good. All right. Let me just organise. Chat amongst yourselves for a moment. I'll just organise this.
Yeah, no worries. So what Matt's referring to, guys, is we in preparation for the stream, we were just chatting amongst ourselves about just about the. Like I said, I definitely try to make effort to get into the Christmas spirit as an adult, but there's nothing quite like that replicates the feeling of Christmas as a kid. So we were sharing some photos of our childhood Christmases in amongst ourselves. There's a couple of people in the chat that I was talking to as well. So we've just got some awesome 80s and 90s Christmas photos from a few of us and a couple of other people to share. So we'll show those, have a little bit of a chat about those, and then we'll get Sis Dog in. And
yeah, that sounds good.
Alrighty. So first one is this handsome man. Who's this?
Hey. now that's just quickly. If there's me. I was about 10, and
that's amazing. That's awesome.
And that's the Millennium Falcon I got for Christmas. Yep. But here it is. Here.
You still got it, mate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We could do that. Keep going.
Yeah. Well, if you click back to me, Matt, on the screen.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's
So I'm still trying to figure this out, man.
That's all right.
Here we go.
Yeah, yep. His picture's still there.
Wait a sec. Let's get you up over here. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Wait. There we go.
There we go. That's all right. Here it is. Here. That's the actual one. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
I got. I just wanted. I said to my parents, I want actually this one. That's the one I wanted. But, sometimes they just don't get what you want and you end up with the model kit instead for Christmas. But still, I did enjoy it. Yeah, I did enjoy even building that one. And
that's so cool.
Looking at that shot might be jarring to Northern Hemisphere people to see as a Christmas shot, but just being outdoors by the pool. But that's Christmas for us. Hey, I mean,
summertime.
Yeah, summertime.
Yeah, when I think of Christmas,
38 degrees here at the moment.
It's not the winter.
Definitely
No.
not.
Oh, what's this, Andrew? This is just a.
That's my first collection actually back in
Wow.
the 90s. So
Where it started.
that's all I had originally. That's all I started with,
That's amazing.
and in that
That's very
showcase, yeah. So
It's awesome you got It's awesome you got that shot, so you can see how far it's come. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's only a few extra items I've got now, but yeah.
just a couple.
All right.
So
Now,
good.
can we see this picture that I put up here? I don't think you can.
Not yet.
No, it's
Not
still
yet.
stuck
Let
on mine.
me
Still
remove
on
that one.
Andrews.
There we go.
Still on Andrews.
That's all right.
Always learning. It's all good.
Oh, I tell you what, it's just it's. Oh, I need to get rid of it. Wait a sec. Bear with me.
That's all right.
All right, and we'll go and start this up again. All right. Where is it? I've lost it. Is this it? Oh, this is it. Here we go. Here we come. Here you go. One of our. If you can see this one.
Yep.
All right.
Can we zoom in at all?
I could try. Yes. Let's.
There's one
zoom
of
in
our
a bit.
mates in the chat.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah.
All right. So this is one of our lovely supporters. This is Sarah.
That's it. Yep.
Oh.
Totally Taylor Retro Hunters.
That's so
Sarah
cool.
with a haul.
Yeah, it's a nice Christmas haul there. And then we have another Sarah one. You can obviously see this is Christmas because it's in front of the Christmas tree.
Yep.
And she's got a lovely, is it like a Barbie doll there? Yeah, it's a Barbie doll.
I wonder what
Yeah.
year these two shots are.
Yeah. If you guys can see anything in the chat, let me know.
Yeah,
She
we'll
might-
do for
might
sure.
Be
Tell
late
us.
80s, could be early 90s.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
So this one is her lovely husband Dean. Now,
Yeah.
what's that on his shoulder? That's a boogie board.
Yeah, so a pair of rollerblades, and again, like I was talking about before, you know, with you know, down here in Australia, us having a summer Christmas in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Dean's shot here definitely reflects that. We've got the rollerblades, we've got the boogie board, like some real summer presence there. I love it.
Mm.
Yeah, Lee's complimenting the thick shag carpet, staples of our childhood homes.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. There's the. It's more. I can see the rollerblades there with the boogie board.
Yeah, they're a bit easier to see now. So here we got Dean once again with his Malibu boogie board and his rollerblades.
How old is he there? 10, I reckon.
Yeah, I'd
Cool.
probably guess that. So, Dean's the similar
so
sort of
cool.
age to me. So we're probably talking
Yeah.
early to mid 90s there.
Can you see what I'm doing here?
No.
No. Excellent. It's not
Zazel
evil.
boogie plating. That's it. Extreme
let's
sports 90s style.
Be patient with us, Sis. We're getting there. Sorry. All right, let's try this one. All right, we've got this one here. Another one of our lovely supporters and watchers.
Yep.
Tell us the story, Scott.
Yep. So we've got a good friend of our YouTube channels, of our social media, guy by the name of James has.
Yep.
Well, James actually kind of planted the seed for this just this kind of exercise of looking back on some Christmas photos, and he sent these gems through to me. So this is James
Wow.
at different ages throughout his childhood, and I love the kind of transitions. Like, you know, when we're kids, every year or two we kind of go from one thing to another, and we've got James as a young fella with the old McDonald playset. Then he's all about Batman. That would surely have to be around 1989. And then once we get into the 90s, he's tearing open some turtle stuff.
Good old
That's so
Turtles.
cool. Is it, he's wearing looks like he's wearing a Turtles t-shirt as well.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
that's it. Like he's got his Batman costume and like role play toys, and then he's wearing his Turtles t-shirt, ripping open some TMNT stuff. So I love seeing
That's
stuff
so
like this.
cool.
It's awesome.
That's awesome. That's so good.
Yeah. So James, thanks for those shots, mate. I appreciate you sending those through to us
We
on
appreciate
Instagram.
that. Yeah. All right, let's get the next one up here. All right, this is a guy that we know. Hey, yeah, who's this little fella?
Hey, There's a little Scott Crusher.
A little Scotty Crusher
Yeah,
Wow.
with his
Yeah.
pirate gear.
with my. I mean, I'm sure like all the young boys had this as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, the pirate makeup, the eye patch, the moustache, the bandana, all that sort of stuff. So
That's awesome.
My
I
question
loved it.
is, Scott, do you remember actually using this, like putting the pirate makeup on?
I don't. I honestly could not tell you. Like this is that's Christmas Day 1988. So I'm just on
Okay.
4 years old there. So I do have a few memories of that Christmas. Like
Yep.
one of the funny family stories about that Christmas was my brother. Well, you know what? Wouldn't have been my brother because he would have been a baby. But so we had cousins staying with us, and one of the presents that I got was like a swing set. We were on a farm. And it was my dad and uncle's job to put together the swing set in the middle of the night, obviously in the middle of the night in preparation for Christmas morning. And they had too much to drink. And you know what it's like trying to put together flat pack furniture these days when you're stone cold sober. But they were struggling. They were struggling until like sunrise trying to get the swing set together.
That's excellent.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So what do we got?
This is a bit later on. So we got some beauties here.
You got a bro
There's me
here,
and my
so-
brother.
Yep.
You got a hedge trimmer. That was great.
Yeah, got the toy edge trimmer.
Yeah.
Got the
Was
slot
that
car
an
set.
AFX slot car set?
Yep, the AFX
Oh,
Ghost
that's
Racer
awesome.
set.
Yeah.
Now, Scott, this picture to me, you got your brother. He's like, he's happy as Larry. But what's going on with your face? You're not impressed?
Well,
You
Matt,
just
I'm
got-
glad you asked. I'm glad you asked that question because if you can zoom into the
Yes.
bottom left corner of that photo,
Oh, okay.
you'll
I'll
see.
try
You'll
and-
see. I mean, Matt, you
Yeah,
and I have
here.
spoken. You and I have spoken about these a bunch. The Soma knockoff wrestling figures that
Okay.
now I really want for my collection. But back then, I asked for the Hasbros. I
Yeah.
asked for Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, and I got the Soma knockoff wrestlers instead. So I think that might have been taken shortly after that.
So it's
See,
kind of like a half.
Scott, you know my
package.
pain.
I do indeed.
Yeah, he asks for something, you get something else.
Yep, no, Christmas Day 1992. I don't mean to give myself a cheap plug, but I do have a Christmas memories video coming out, and we talk a lot in a lot of detail about Christmas of 1992. So it was a special one. Soma wrestling figures notwithstanding, almost 30 years to the day, which is wild.
Wow.
That's
Excellent.
amazing.
And the final one. We'll do one more. And so we did ask, we have asked Ryan, but Ryan could not find any Christmas ones.
No, I couldn't.
Never mind.
It is hard. It is hard.
It is,
I mean,
it is.
not the only one I could find of myself, but it's parents back in the day. They, developing photos the old way. They never really
for
took a lot of photos.
Yeah. And this
That's
one here,
right.
I only recently found out this is actually Christmas for myself. Ta-da! With pants that don't fit, but this is me.
I love that.
That's
we
me,
see
obviously,
it?
and my two brothers in our cowboy gear. But Mum and
Cowboys.
Dad just told me a couple of weekends ago this one is actually from Christmas, and I would say probably about 1978 because my brother was born in 75, so he looks about 3 there. So it's about 1978. So I was about 7. I'm a tall young lad for a 7-year-old. Anyway, these pants don't fit, and we've all got those awesome rubber thongs.
So good. I love that.
I mean, there's pictures exist, of course, with with Santa. They always took pictures with Santa
Yeah.
over the years, so you could get those, but not with
next year.
presents. Yeah.
Matt, your
That's right.
brother's in the chat reacting to that shot.
Oh,
You
dear.
just
Sorry,
said,
Steve.
no.
Sorry about that. Good sport, bro.
It's all a bit of fun, isn't it, Matt?
G'day, there's Dan.
Hey, how
Hey,
you
Dan.
going?
Dan,
Hey,
welcome. And we have, I think Xazyl's been in here a little bit before, so I've just, I've only just got hold of it because I was off on another tab somewhere. Alrighty, that's some fun and games, but let's bring our first guest on.
Yeah, let's
And
get him on.
Sis is just, to me, one of the happiest guys
Yeah.
And he just gets in front of that camera, and you just got to keep watching with his infectious smile and the way he just shows off his toys, his love of toys. And if you just watch him all the way through the end, he has a closer, and he's just has that closer and
that clip
on the street begging for money for toys.
Mate, and it's that gets stuck in my head. I want to talk to Sis Dog about that.
Because you're
Sis does a lot more, so let's get him on and say hi. Here he is.
Hey,
Here he is.
Hey, let's get him big. Let's get him big.
let's get him big.
Let's get
I'm
him.
gonna open up.
That sounded wrong, didn't it?
Merry Christmas.
Cheers, brother.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And welcome to the Collector's Pack.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, lads.
It's really good having you on.
For sure.
On our
So yeah,
Christmas
you're probably
special.
thinking it's Christmas Day. Why aren't you in your Christmas gear? I am. Check it out.
Oh, yes.
So cool.
Yes.
Represent.
That was awesome.
I saw you posted that just yesterday, Scott.
Yo, mate, I love it. It's
Such a classic film.
Christmas Vacation and Home Alone are my two go-to Christmas movies, and look, depending on the day, Christmas Vacation might be my favorite one, or Home Alone. But I watched Christmas Vacation from as you saw from that photo over the weekend, and it doesn't get old. Like it.
No, it's so good.
It's brilliantly aged. It reflects the late 80s, but it just the whole family stuff. It's still so accessible. You know what I mean? We've all got those family, dynamics, and I just love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, my there's the constant debate over years and years whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie or it's based at Christmas. And obviously it's based during Christmas, but it's fun to watch at Christmas time because it's Christmas in the movie. And so that's probably my favorite Christmas movie.
Okay,
I like how you can get a T-shirt with "Ho ho ho, I have a machine gun too" on it.
Yeah. I actually have that. It's actually a sweater because it's Hans who gets killed and he puts it, and it's a sweater. So when you wear it down in Australia, it's boiling.
Like this one.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, this is way too hot to be wearing right now.
Matt, is that actually a sweater, or is that just like a t-shirt, like a long sleeve t-shirt to look like?
No, it's a sweater. Yeah, I got it from overseas, and Ghostbusters.
Cool.
Yeah, ugly sweater.
Yeah.
So not designed for the Australian Christmas climate.
Not really. I've got a fan blowing on me, man, just to keep the temperature down. It's killing me. All in the name of fun, though, right?
That's it.
That's it. So, sister,
you go.
First of all, mate, how as we get towards Christmas, are you and Danny feeling it? Are you and the family in the spirit, or has it snuck up on you this year? Or
well, we actually got a real tree this year because I was so sick of getting the plastic one out and it not having that smell of pine and Christmas. And we got a real tree this year for the first time in I feel 10 years, and it's just awesome. So that's a tradition that we've brought back. And I've got 3 kids, and so over the last 6 months, we're always just squirreling away little presents for them and stuff, so that Christmas morning is as big as it possibly can. Because obviously I'm a toy guy, so I'm going to give them loads of toys. So.
That's so cool.
How long before those toys that you give them end up in your collection?
Well, I actually have one cabinet in the main house in the detail, which is theirs. And every time I get them a toy that I feel like may be sentimental to them in the future, I put it in there and I go, look, I've given you one to destroy. Here's another one to keep good. So that just in case.
Oh, that's so cool.
Display them one day, you can. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So are they into what you collect? Do they come into the collection room and you have to say, "Oh, be careful," or are they kind of a little bit indifferent towards it, or what's that like?
Nah, they're not into anything that I like. So they'll play with the wrestlers and they'll just kind of mash. But I have to kind of facilitate it and kind of instigate it. So let's get the wrestlers out. Otherwise, they're just happy to play with their My Little Ponies and. My wife really loves the Power Rangers, and I've never really watched that as a kid. And because it was actually on Netflix. It's taken off now, but it used to be on Netflix about 12 months ago. And so we used to watch the Power Rangers all the time. And so then I got into it and I started buying them the toys and some vintage ones. And so they're into that. So that's something that Danielle's into that now they're into. But as far as like Star Wars and wrestling and Ghostbusters, they could give two shits.
They're going to gravitate. What's that?
I was going to say, what you have got to do is what I did with my son. I made him watch some Royal Rumbles. And because, Royal Rumbles are awesome where they just count down, you know how it all works. And you have wrestlers and he get the wrestling ring and you just do that and reenact a Royal Rumble, because Royal Rumbles, there's all these different wrestlers. You just don't have two or three. And but girls are a bit different to boys too, I guess.
That's a great idea. The Royal Rumble is hands down my favorite pay-per-view of the year. And I go out of my way to make sure I get that every year. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, that's for
awesome.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very
good.
So I've got some Christmas pictures if you want me to bring them up.
Oh, you do?
Ooh,
yes.
Beauty. This would be awesome.
Should I just click this present button and see what happens?
Let's
give it a
shot.
We're all learning, sis, so we really don't know.
All right.
Hit that nostalgic button, hey?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Entire screen. Share system audio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steamio wants to share the contents of your screen. Yeah, it's not letting me share. Do you need to give me permission or something, or?
No, I don't. Yeah. No, it doesn't allow me to go that far into it.
All right, I'll email you all of the pictures, and then you can share them.
Yeah. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. If you send them through, maybe on Instagram, and we can get them up or something.
Yeah, it should only take a minute. There we go. Reply. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to show you some pictures once Matt's had a chance to download them. But basically, I asked my mum to shoot through some images, and she said, "Oh, when do you need them by?" And I'm like, "Oh, I need them by Monday at about 9 p.m." She's like, "All right." Within an hour, she'd already sent me like 5 photos. Like she was right into it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, there's some really good ones here. There's one specific one which is I have no memory of, and when you see it, it's like encapsulates what it was like being a kid in the 80s, getting exactly what you wanted for Christmas. Like it's perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They're just attaching now, so this shouldn't take uploaded. There we go. Send. All right, so you should have them now, Maddie.
Alrighty. I'll let you guys continue. I'm going to get onto Instagram and get these downloaded.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're on your email, bro. They're on your email.
Are they? All right, sweet.
Yeah.
Keep that conversation going, my friends.
Well, actually, before I finish up, I did want to say, because Andrew, you just mentioned a Christmas morning that you got this.
Yes.
You wanted the other one, but you got the model kit.
Yeah, I got the model kit. Yeah, so from the 70s, and I actually just I showed the box, but I opened it up and I've sort of ruined it. I've tried to paint it once, and I painted it with a real. I'll open it up. I've ruined it. I'm gonna have to repaint
Let's
it now.
compare our dodgy paint jobs.
Dodgy paint job with a dark grey. It looks like a battleship grey. You know?
Yeah, man.
So it's sort of ruined it, but what I'll have to do is actually repaint it. But it's still all there, and the whites work and everything like that.
Oh wow!
But
Yeah,
Andrew,
mine wasn't a Christmas gift. Mine was I was doing a gig for a bloke's 21st up in the bush, and Troy Kinney, the comedian, was a high school friend of the guy Brett Glover, who was getting spoken to for his 21st. It was a 21st speech, and at the end of the speech, Troy Kinney, who's his childhood friend, grabbed this Millennium Falcon and gave it the people's elbow and like just destroyed it. And I'm on stage freaking out. I'm like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" And so I picked it up and put it back together, and it's been in my collection ever since.
Okay.
So if I ever meet Troy Kinney, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind.
That's awesome.
It's always cool when the items in your collection have a story to them, and you won't forget that.
No, exactly. Yeah, the most sentimental parts of my collection are the ones, that actually have a story. Like,
That's it.
Absolutely.
Actually, when I opened that box up, do you know what was inside it as well? The Star Wars storybook.
Oh wow!
Yes.
I don't know why I stuck it in there. And the Empire Strikes Back one. It came with a cassette in the day.
That's
You know?
Oh, so there's no vinyl in the back.
No, there was a audio cassette. No, it wasn't the record one. Yeah.
I love
that. What the hell's that doing in there? It was like, I found something.
That's so cool.
Perfect.
That's awesome. Sis, do you have much in your collection that you've still got from when you were a kid?
Yeah, I got loads. I got pretty much like most things from my childhood still. Like if we have a quick look behind me, that Proton Pack box of the real Ghostbusters and the actual Proton Pack in here is mine from when I was a kid. The poster as well. This room is protected by the real Ghostbusters. That's one of two posters that I kept from when I was a kid. The other one's in the cabinet. Most of my childhood toys are He-Man and Ghostbusters because we didn't have a lot of Star Wars as kids. We only had a little bit. Most of my childhood toys were Ghostbusters and He-Man. Yeah.
That's
so cool.
Were they just put away in storage and no one ever kind of took the time to clear them out and list them on a garage sale or do whatever they used to do then? Or did you make a point of saying, please don't throw these out when you're a teenager, you knew you wanted to keep them, or was it just by accident?
Absolutely. No, my family, my grandmother was a hoarder, my mum's a hoarder, I'm a hoarder.
Okay.
Like it's just a generational thing. So there was nothing ever gets chucked out. And I kind of figured out the other a little while ago why we kept the box for the Proton Pack is because I would keep it in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Keep the toy in the box.
That's so good.
Because it was an easy way to pack it away. And so that's why a lot of I think the boxes have survived because kids or parents would let's pack that away and put it back in the box that it came with because it would fit perfectly. It only makes sense,
And those boxes though were well made. They're not like the cardboard that's made today. Today's
exactly.
It's
tougher.
It's just recyclable garbage.
Good quality. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I never had I don't remember ever keeping a box or keeping a card back or even keeping a file card for an action figure. When we caught up with Dean and Sarah, Dean was talking about when he was a kid and he had all of his Super Nintendo games. He kept the boxes, to either keep the games in them or just because the artwork was cool and he wanted to keep them. I couldn't get it in the bin quick enough. You know what I mean? I wish I did. I wish I did. But Sis Dog, my upbringing, my mum sounds like the opposite of yours. I was raised by a clean freak, by someone who hated clutter. So it's a miracle that I've got anything from my childhood. Most of it, a lot of my stuff when I was a kid, I remember getting a lot of stuff handed down from older cousins, and when I grew out of it, it got handed down to the next. So, or it just got sold to the lowest bidder at a garage sale. Some of my childhood turtles, I found them in a shoebox with garage sale $10 written on them, and thankfully, no one picked them up.
Brutal! Oh my goodness,
so lucky.
High five.
So it's interesting. But that's awesome that you've got a ton of stuff left over from when you were a kid. So you said there wasn't much Star Wars when in your childhood. Obviously, you're a big wrestling fan, and you got a great wrestling collection, modern figures. But I also eye off those Hasbros over your right shoulder. Did you have a lot of wrestling stuff as a kid?
No, nothing.
No?
I had an Andre the Giant LJN. That was it. I'm not actually nostalgic for Hasbros because we didn't really watch it. I actually am a collector of Hasbros and all that now as an adult because they're so toyetic and cool and looking. Sure. But as far as actually a connection to that line, it's more I collect that now because it's kind of I really like the toys, but not because I had them as a kid. Yeah.
So were you into wrestling as a kid, or is it something you fell in love with later on in life and you kind of,
Yeah, I was a wrestling fan in the Attitude Era, like as a late teen, early 20s. So as
Gotcha.
a kid, I knew who Hulk Hogan was and Andre the Giant, but I never really watched it because I'm in Australia, right? How do we watch it?
Yeah.
You know, we have to get the videos from the video store. That's about it. So it wasn't until the
That-
Attitude Era where I really like, oh my God, wrestling, you know.
Yeah, right.
Is
So
it?
the Attitude Era was like the first time that you felt that connection with wrestling. Like the characters in the Attitude Era kind of resonated with you more than the Hulk Hogans and the Randy Savages kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah. All
Yeah,
like
that's
your Stone
cool.
Colds, your Mick Foley's, your Rocks, all Kane, obviously. And I actually fell out of love with wrestling when Mick Foley retired because I'm like, well, he's my favorite guy. I don't want to watch this anymore. Actually, and I kind of grew out of it for a good 10 years, and then 2012, I caught an episode of Raw while my wife and I were on holiday in the Caribbean, because, you know, that's a sentence people say every day. We're holidaying in the Caribbean. So ridiculous. But we were in the Caribbean. That's a story for another day. But because we were in the States, Raw was on, and I saw this guy, CM Punk, cutting a promo with Mick Foley. I'm like, oh my God, he's a talker. This guy can talk. This is awesome. And it got me hooked like Hink? What is Hink? Hook?
Hook, line, sinker.
Hook, line, sinker. There is alcohol in this. I should be. So yeah, since 2012, the last 10 years, I've just been watching wrestling and collecting and just everything. How did you go, Matt? Were you able to download those pictures, or?
I've got them, and they're ready to go.
Yep.
Did you want to answer this question first?
You
has asked a question. Sis Dog, do you have any boxed He-Man figures from your childhood? I remember taping the plastic bubble so the figures never came out.
Wow. I don't have any boxes for the He-Man toys. No, they're all loose. I'm looking at them right now. They're on the other side of the studio, and they're all loose, very played with, but no boxes, unfortunately. Yeah.
Have you showed very many of He-Man figures on your channel? I can't remember seeing too many.
No, He-Man is, as an adult, it doesn't really, like, I don't, because there's so much. They release so much He-Man stuff. It's crazy. So I'm more nostalgic for like one specific Skeletor, that battle damage Skeletor where you hit it. Yeah, that was my favorite. But as far as collecting them as an adult, I've already got all the ones from my childhood. So I wouldn't mind buying some of those retro ones. But again, they're so expensive. You never, you go to Big W, they're hardly ever there. So
hard to get, never there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, if I went down that rabbit hole, I wouldn't be able to pay my mortgage because there'd be another line of toys I'm collecting.
Just get 3 different variants.
Okay, so this is the one I was hoping you were going to bring up first. So this is me, I reckon, probably 4 years old, because I am holding a Skeletor there.
You are indeed.
That is awesome. Mate, can we see him in touch?
Yeah, we'll do that.
My poor brother, he's got a bad look in his face.
Probably didn't get the toy he wanted.
That could be a battle armor Skeletor.
No, it wasn't. I wanted the battle armor and I never got it. And then the story goes, we're actually at a Kmart. And remember back in the 80s where your mum would just plop you down in a play area inside the department store?
Yeah, she did that to me when I was 12, yeah.
Yeah, but you remember this was an actual thing. Like in the store, there was a play area with toys.
I remember,
Yeah. This is a thing in the 80s, and so I was maybe 6 years old, and the Battle Armor Skeletor was in this little, toy, the communal toy area, and I just held onto it, and I kept it, and I stole it. I still have it. So that's why whenever I see a Battle Armor Skeletor, I buy it, because I still feel guilty after all these years.
Hey, Sis Dog, don't feel guilty. Andrew, and I don't mean to air you out, I'm pretty sure you've told this story on the Collects Back. Andrew once took a toy from the toy box of a doctor's waiting room.
Yes! It's the same thing!
But mate, he was an adult.
Didn't you, mate? Yeah.
He was an adult.
Yeah, I was only in my 40s.
Is this you with the moustache, Sis?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Holy hell!
That is a quality stash.
Yeah, that's
awesome. My dad. He
That's your dad,
he still dons the impressive facial hair to this day.
Respect.
So, yeah. So that's my dad there, in the blue shirt in the front. That's my brother Andy. Over there, the trainee millionaire is my oldest brother Paul, and I'm the youngest of the trio there. Very excited about Pictionary, but mainly I included this image because I'm wearing a Ghostbusters 2 sleeveless top, and I'm like, Mum, where is that top? And she has no idea.
Oh,
That's so cool.
that's awesome.
Get the next one. This is obviously the same day.
Same day, yeah. And I
There's a
don't
bit
know
of
what the hell that is. It looks like a bubble thing or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you reckon that is a role play toy from the real Ghostbusters line, or?
No, I think it's more like a $2 store, like kind of gimmick where like you fill out with water and you put the bubble mixture in, and it would like do bubbles and shit.
Or is it pumping up a balloon?
It's pumping up a balloon, I think. Yeah.
No, it's a piece of plastic, eh? That's weird. All right, this is the image. This is it. This is everything. Look at that guy.
Look at this guy.
In. You got the pegs. That's me.
We need to zoom in.
Right in.
Look at his face.
There we go. Look at that.
He's like, yes,
That is gold.
I've got it.
Sis, are you in your undies, first of all?
I'm in my undies there, mate. Look at those impressive pegs. Always had good legs.
That sums up Christmas morning, boys. Like there was no time to put pants on.
Like, you just got out of bed and you're like, I don't care what I'm wearing.
I could not give a shit. I'm not waiting for my parents to make a coffee. Like,
no, rip open that present and find out what I got.
I like how it's the first thing you notice, Scott, because I think you're well renowned for like, sitting and recording the video in your undies.
When I said zoom in, I referred to the facial expression.
Zoom in on the toy. Let's have a look at the card back, mate.
I think that's
card back.
Is that like a Mr. Stay Puffed?
That looks like
no. That'd be Peter Venkman.
Oh, is it? How can you tell?
Oh, maybe it is Stay Puffed.
Because it is Stay Puffed there.
Oh, dude, nice detective work.
Yeah.
You're right.
That
awesome.
Is
so good.
You must have got that and really wanted it.
That's him right there.
Yeah. And this one's for Scott. There you go.
Please don't.
I'm joking.
For someone just tuning in, you can't do that to me.
Yeah, no, that's...
So there's my brother and I. So we're holding these exact toys. So I'm holding the water pistol.
Oh yeah.
And my brother is holding the popper. And
That's
I'm only
so
missing
cool.
one.
Wow.
I'm just missing one of them from back then. But
That's
yeah,
amazing.
and we're both wearing the classic Ghostbusters 2 t-shirts in that one.
Yeah.
Love those. And is that like a Garfield toy or like a Garfield?
Yeah, classic 80s Garfield.
It's like a Garfield.
Yeah, he's on a skateboard, eh?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Boy, sister, you gotta thank your mum for digging up these photos. These are priceless.
Yeah, these are awesome.
I think she's tuning in. So hi, Mum. Thanks for digging up the photos.
What's next? We got this one. So this looks like your room.
So this would be my room circa 2000, I think. So about when I was 20 years old, and you can see how much I was just so into popular culture. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is in. If you zoom right into that bottom left-hand corner, that's the same one that obviously I was peaking for Christmas 1985. So 15 years later, I'm still cherishing that item. And that LJN. Andre the Giant is there as well. So I just wanted to kind of put that. Oh, and if you scroll back up, the Millennium Falcon's there. Yeah.
Oh, it's hanging from the roof. There it is.
It's hanging up the top there.
So maybe this was around 2000, 2002, maybe. Yeah, somewhere around there. But late teens, early 20s. Just no shits given. Just I loved pop culture, and anyone who came in my room could tell instantly that, oh my God, Dave's a psychopath.
And there's like a land speeder on the bed. Star Wars video cassette.
The trilogy there. Yeah,
Stormtrooper helmet there.
Yeah,
I brought that back home from the States. So this is definitely year 2000 because I went over to the States in 1999 when I was 19. So so many memories, lad. So many memories.
And a lot of cow stuff for some reason.
I know. I was into cows, man. Weird. So I think I told my grandparents I like cows, and so every Christmas and birthday they'd give me something cow related, and I had just like cow bedspreads and cow ornaments and cow everything. It was weird.
You should have got this one. You can get this one now. It's from the 70s. It was called Milky the Cow. You actually milked a big toy cow. Look that one up.
Fantastic.
Someone likes Pearl Jam too. Like you'd think that you're in a Pearl Jam cover band or something.
It would make sense if I was in a Pearl Jam tribute show, hey, called Even Flow Australia. Please like this and follow our journey. So this last one here, I feel like is probably maybe 8 or 9 years old, and it's just another just photo of me with toys, I guess. So it's not Christmas probably, but the ghost on top of my head is that green ghost. No, sorry, the purple one.
Yeah.
This one here.
Oh, the trap. Yeah,
the trap. Yeah, it's that one. But
okay.
inside his mouth is one of those little wrestlers. Do you remember those?
Oh, muscle man.
Muscle. That's one of those.
Oh, yeah, muscle man.
Keeping the mouth open.
It's keeping the mouth open. Yeah. So yeah,
I just want to say g'day quickly to our friend from across the pond, Simon Mills, tuning in. Just loving that shot of your 2000s or late 90s, early 2000s bedroom, just talking about how we love the poster life back in the day.
Yeah.
Like posters, were just a staple, weren't they? Like you had to cover the walls.
Absolutely.
I think is that it? I think.
Yeah, that's all of them, bro.
That's all. Yeah. All right, I'll just get rid of that. That's excellent.
That's awesome.
I think that's the shortest my hair has ever been in my whole life. Oh, what a spin out, boys. Thanks so much for having me on, eh?
No, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
How are you? Because how long have you had the channel going now? Because, did you start in 2022, you and Danny?
Yeah, we did. We started in February, so we're having our 1 year anniversary coming up for the channel in Feb. And I've always wanted to do like something on YouTube, but never really knew what to really talk about or do. And what's the hook? What's the gimmick? Everyone's already done everything. I'm like, oh well, what if? It all started one day. I was like, what if I talk about my toys with Danielle, and she can be suitably unimpressed, and I'll be really over the top and enthusiastic. And that's what we started doing. I was like, what? And she's like, why do you have so many Millennium Falcons? And she's such a good sport. She knows I already had so many of them, but she's playing that, confused like wife, like what is happening? It's great. So that was the initial catalyst to start the channel. And then I'm like, well, we can't just do reaction videos every week. What else can I do? And then I just started looking on YouTube, seeing what other people were doing, toy hunts and unboxings. And we even tried a couple of card breaks this year as well. And I'm hoping, I did say it on the channel last week, that I'm going to do a collection room tour this
We need
Christmas.
We need it.
But, man, it's I really hope I can do it. I reorganized this section of my collection today. So as long as I don't have too many more interruptions, like any more nappies that need to be changed or, kids taken to be school, hopefully I'll be able to edit up a nice little collection room tour for everyone this Christmas.
I already wanted to see one, but now that I know that there's a whole wall that we don't get to see, now I really want the collection room tour.
Yeah. There's that little wall there, and there's a whole, there's 6 more detolfs full in my family room.
Wow. Oh, and in your family room.
Yeah. So Danielle was hesitant at first. It has spilt out. It's gone a bit mental. But she was hesitant, but now she's like, you know what? It looks cool. And she's got I've filled one of the cabinets full of her stuff as well, and the kids' stuff. And it's now we can't imagine it not being there, So yeah, it's a cool vibe. Now you guys mentioned some giveaways, so I actually had some stuff I wanted to give away as well. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
mate. You don't have we weren't expecting it, but I mean, why not?
All right. So for Christmas,
I'm really just rolling with what's going on tonight. That's awesome. What do you got there, Sis?
So I got a whole box of season 1 and a whole box of season 2 cards. X-Files, obviously. Yeah, X-Files. So I thought to one lucky.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We've been going so good.
What happened? Oh,
We've lost Zyzdog.
really? Oh.
Or have you? Or is it just me
No,
that's
it's-
lost him?
No. Yeah.
No,
It
we're
looks
all,
like
all
it's
here.
just frozen. Oh god, that's terrible. That shot. But anyway, yeah, he's just I can I can see him there still frozen in the green screen. So I might just
Give him a bit of time.
yeah.
That's nice of Zyzdog to throw something into the giveaways.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
I hope those cards have got bubble gum in them.
Oh, wait, so here he comes. But
Sorry, guys, I'm back. My phone cut out.
That's all good.
Oh god, we got me.
So yeah,
There we go.
That's all
X-Files
good.
trading
X-Files.
cards from 90 something.
That's
Have
nice.
they got bubble gum in them?
Oh no, they don't. No, these are just premium cards. No bubble
Oh,
gum.
okay.
That's
So
awesome.
good.
Shall
Hey,
we
Mark.
shall we chuck those in with as a separate? We would just do a separate one for this one.
Well, so that I was just thinking that. So Matt, we can do one of two things. So we were planning on doing our first giveaway while Zyzdog was still with us.
Yeah.
So we could throw that in with whichever giveaway, whose ever
Yeah.
prizes get given away now, or we could do a separate one. I mean, what do you reckon?
Yeah, let's put it with Ryan's. It'll be a nice big giveaway for someone.
So should we start getting that going now while we're talking about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like, everybody, what we're going to do is I'm going to get a duck race going. We'll show you. We're going to add it. It's going to go for about a minute. Just start putting into the chat. If you're interested, just go, I'm in. Just type, I'm in, and I'll start adding your name to the duck race game. But first, let's have a look at Ryan. What have you got up for your gift? I'll make you
Good
big.
segue. I've actually got a pack of Toxic Crusader cards.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to be including. I managed to get all those, so I'm going to include that.
Yep.
And we have ATAX from Aliens. Kenner. This is sealed on the packet. Look at
Man,
that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh.
Matt, you'll have to put my name in the race now.
1992. Yep.
Can you guys start shouting out some names to me so I can start writing them down?
So guys, just if you want to get involved in this, the Aliens carded figure, the Toxic Crusaders cards, the X-Files cards, just let us know that you're in, and we'll get you all in, and in 10 minutes, well, maybe in 8 minutes
about
from
10
now,
minutes,
we'll get the duck race going. Matt, do you want us to keep chatting and you take these names down, or do you want me to read them to you?
Yeah, I'll just take the names down. Just keep chatting. Have a good time there. Looks like I'm just going through the names now. So, yeah, keep chatting. That's great. And I'll when I'm ready, I'll let you all know.
Yeah, of course.
So, Zyzdog, I just wanted to say to you, mate, like, considering that, I mean, look, none of us are experts. Like, we're all learning on the job when it comes to YouTube videos, when it comes to live streams and so on and so forth. But we've got a couple of years on you, and you're absolutely killing it, mate. I mean, the videos that you and Danny do, the variety that you put out, the fact that you put one out every week, which I struggle to put one out every second week.
Yeah, right.
And just the fact that you're just authentic and natural. Your persona really comes through. I've had Matt, Andrew, myself, we've had the pleasure of meeting you, albeit very quickly, in passing at the Toy Fair the other month.
Yeah.
How you are in person is exactly the same as how you are in your videos. So I'm really enjoying your channel, mate. You should be proud of your first year doing it, So yeah.
So good.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Like, I've the whole weekly video thing. I used to have a podcast which went for 2 years, and I sourced a musical guest or a wrestler every week for 2 years, and I would edit the pod, and I didn't miss one episode. Every week I dropped one, and when that ended in 2020, because the pandemic hit, and I didn't really want to do it over Zoom, because I actually invite people over to my house, and it was like a really fun time. Yeah, it was great. And so when I kind of stopped that whole endeavor, I was like, I'll try and do the same kind of thing I was doing, but on YouTube, but make it a weekly thing. And that's just something like in my life, like I have to have something creative. Like I used to play in an original band, I do stand-up comedy as well. And I'm always,
Man of many talents.
I can't sit still. I have to be doing something creative. So that's really sweet of you to say, man, and I really appreciate the you guys reaching out to me for tonight and coming and introducing yourselves at Toy Fair the other month. And yeah, I feel like I'm on the back foot because I am still kind of going through your channels and watching like all your like previous like videos. Like I only watched Andrew's crazy collection tour that you told me about like the other week, and I'm like, oh my god, it is insane. You have everything. You're talking about toy lines I never even heard of.
I know.
So,
honestly,
enjoying the ride.
One of my favorite kind of byproducts of starting to make these videos has definitely been developing the friendship that I have with these boys here, because we're all in New South Wales. Like, it's been awesome hanging out with Ryan and getting to know Ryan. These guys are a little bit closer to me, geographically, so we've been able to hang out and learning so much from them. And it goes both ways. Like, it's awesome to be friends with collectors that are very seasoned and have been doing it a lot longer than me, but they also get me, influence me, or not intentionally, but inspire me to start collecting stuff that I wouldn't otherwise. And next thing you know, my collection starts to explode. So have we lost Sizdog again?
I think we have.
Well, we have. Yep, we have.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh man, why am I big again?
You're scaring me, man.
That's a better look.
That's better.
Yeah. Mitch, that is very nice of you to say, Mitch. And I saw your question earlier, just while we get Sizdog back, about my esky. I realised about half an hour before we went live that I left my esky at a mate's place. So I've got a 6-pack of beers wrapped in a beach towel and a couple of cold packs. So that's going to have to do me. A little esky.
The Aussie makeshift esky.
That's it. Lucky it's not too hot a night.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark, for doing that for us. We appreciate that.
Good on you, Mark.
I've got all the names into the duck race. If anyone hasn't put that they're in, let me know.
So let's go. Let's just go one more minute. Last chance, guys.
Well, I want to wait
in our first giveaway.
Yeah,
so
cool classic alien figure, Kenner figure, and a pack of Toxic Crusader Tops cards.
Oh, Matt, you have to put Toys Morty in the race, I think.
Who's that?
Who?
That's my alter ego on another channel.
Here he comes. Here he goes.
No +1.
Here he is. He's back.
Oh, hey guys, sorry. Yeah, my connection's terrible. I don't know what's going on. I've got no Wi-Fi over in the studio, so I've got to hotspot my phone. So all good.
You're in Australia, Sis. It just happens everywhere.
Absolutely.
Crap internet. All right, I've got all the names now. So I've never done this before. This is all a big learning process. All right, I think we're ready to go. Any Hot Wheels in the giveaway? Ooh.
I don't know. You have to hang around and find out, Mitch.
Yeah.
Is that a yes later on?
Not from me, but
I know that Mike, I don't know if he's in the chat yet, but Mike he used to collect a lot of Matchbox stuff.
Okay.
I mean, on his channel, you see a lot of Star Wars and G.I. Joe and Indy, but he used to, in the early days, a lot of Matchbox stuff.
Actually, I might have one to chuck into the.
Oh, that's a good question, Monique or Dan. There you go, Sis. What's on your Christmas wish list?
That's a really good question.
That is a really good question.
I'm hard to buy for because I always buy stuff for myself when I want it.
That's what I do.
Yeah, it's hard.
Well, it's like I can't get you anything because you already have it.
Yeah. I was at EB Games the other day, and they had one of those little PlayStation light up signs with like the X and the O and the triangle and the square. I actually want to get like a nice little setup because at the moment my PlayStation is just sitting on a coffee table, and so for Christmas, I want to try and get one of those IKEA bookcases, put it on its side, have the PlayStation on the top, and then put that little like light near it and kind of light it up and have all my games out and stuff. Because I'm playing The Witcher because it's just got a next gen upgrade. So I'd like to have like more of a little gaming area in front of the TV. So that little light thing would really facilitate that. So
awesome.
yeah, that's on my Christmas wish list. Hopefully Mum's getting it for me. Fingers crossed.
What's this? Aussie Hot Wheel shout out.
Oh, well, shout out Aussie Hot Wheel. This is my brother asking about whether there's any Hot Wheels in the giveaway. I'm pretty sure all of us, we're pretty diverse.
I actually have one that I can give away. So I actually have a Hot Wheels here if you want to.
Alrighty. In this giveaway, let's get it. Mitch,
I hope
well,
you're in. I think a bit of a bundle.
I think Mitch said he was in, but Mitch is my brother's very narrow in his collecting. He collects exclusively Hot Wheels and just only certain types, certain series. So
Darth Muzzer, Peace on Earth, and a PlayStation 5.
If I'm not asking too much, yeah.
An extra PS5.
All right.
It's a Star Wars Land Speeder.
There we go.
Oh,
Hot Wheels.
Oh, that's sick.
Asking you shall
Hot Wheels.
receive, Mitch.
There you go.
okay. All righty. Here we go. So I've got 14 people in the race. Actually, I've got Sis in the race. Does that matter?
Take me out. Well, if I win, I'll just give it to whoever comes second.
Okay. I've got all right. We've got 13 people in the race. Let me. I'm going to share this. Lucky I've got some technology thing going on here. At least I understand what's going on half the time. Bloody hell. All right, window. Here we go. We want the... Where is it? Sorry, guys. Keep talking amongst yourselves if you can.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, all good.
No, I want this one. Entire screen.
One of my
By the
favourite
time
things
we
to
knock
do
off tonight, Matt, you're
these
going to be an
guys.
absolute pro.
Yeah.
All right. Can we see that?
Oh, do it.
Sweet. All right. So these are the names. Let me go done. We got it for a minute. So I'm setting it. I'm going to just shuffle.
Look at these.
Look at them all.
This is so cool.
We're ready to go. All the names
Oh,
there.
this is hilarious.
Go. 3, 2, 1, go. And they're off.
Look at him go.
Here's the triggers here in the
Oh,
ground.
we've got
So
sound.
And
We've got
the
trick.
trigger is taking the lead.
He's taking the lead. It's never good to take the lead early, I feel.
No.
Simon Mills coming up close behind.
We got Phil. Yeah. I love how they wear costumes in this too. It's really cool.
Yeah, they got like different hats and things.
Oh, they're gaming on him.
You're a panda.
All right, we're going to Taylor.
Bill's already won something from me, so.
Oh, we've got
Muzzer, just
Mitch.
give up.
Mitch
Look,
is
you're
making a
so
move.
far.
Oh,
coming
Mitch
through.
Crosser's coming up.
Oh, Mitch.
Mitch is making it. He's going to.
Oh,
Oh, we got a few others. We've got Usual Mike. We got Mark from Blue Harvest.
Usual Mike.
The
Mark's
Taylors.
taking it.
The
Go,
Taylors.
Rudy.
We
Go,
got
Rudy.
Rudy.
You've got this.
Oh, we got Darth Muzzer making a move.
Oh, it's coming
Go.
back. Muzzer. What the
He's doing it. Muzzer. Muzzer, he's done it. There you go.
wow, Darth Muzzer. There you go, mate.
That's the official results. There you go. That's our first little duck race.
That was awesome.
Congratulations, Darth Muzzer. There you go.
So, Muzzer, if you want to message me on IG and we can send your address out to Sis and to Ryan. You have won. I feel like it should be a game show. You have won.
Yeah.
Tell us what with everyone, Matt.
I can't remember. Got so much going through my bloody head at the moment. There you go. You got the X-Files cards.
You got the
We've got
X-Files card.
aliens figure. Wait, let me make Ryan big so everyone can see the lovely alien figure.
Yes.
And we've got
Apex
the
alien figure by Kenner, 1992.
Apex.
Ajax. We've got
And we've
the
got the Hot Wheels
Toxic
card.
Crusaders cards,
Toxic
and we've
Crusaders
got
card.
the Hot Wheels.
Sweet.
Nice.
That's all going out
Muzzer.
to Muzzer.
Let's go to Muzzer.
Congratulations, Muzzer. Yeah.
There you go, mate.
Awesome.
Merry
You've
Christmas.
done well, man.
Congrats, Muzza.
But you're out of the next one.
Hey Matt, I should have got more of these, and we could have done pluck a Yoda off the clothesline.
What'd you say? What a Yoda?
Pluck a Yoda off, like it was like pluck a duck on Hey Saturday.
Oh, that's classic. Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, thank you very
thanks.
much.
Thanks for having me on, boys. Better get to your next your next guest. Otherwise, you won't be off until 1 a.m. And I'm keen to see what this next prize pack is. I'm putting my hand up. I want to see my little Sizz dog duck going across the screen, mate.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So good to have you, Sizz Dog, and awesome to finally get to chat to you, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Appreciating everyone's stuff.
We'll do
I'll chat to you,
2023.
but you have a great Christmas, mate. Hope you and the fam have an awesome Christmas. I'll chat to you, no doubt, on Insta, but I hope you guys have a good one.
Yeah,
No worries, guys.
Your family, Sizz.
Have a happy Christmas and a happy New Year and a merry and everything. And yeah, be safe. And
Thanks,
keep
mate.
on collecting and crushing and Ryan collecting and everything. Kids, you love it. Yeah. See you guys.
Club the nostalgia button, everybody. And become a fellow buttoner.
Yeah,
Buttoner.
buttoner.
That's it.
Yeah, we're all buttoners. Yeah, we love it.
Buttoners.
I've got my button right here.
Hit it.
I'll record a new one right now. Happy New Year.
Love it.
See you
Thanks,
guys.
Sizz.
See you,
See you
brother.
soon.
Ciao.
That's awesome.
That was so good.
How good is he?
He's a happy guy. I loved it. He finally did the laugh. There was a point in there, and he laughed, and that's the Sizz laugh that we all know.
Iconic laugh that he
I meant to raise, when he was talking about the kind of the initial idea for the channel and his wife being unimpressed, like the whole Ecto one. Remember that we were talking about that? Like,
I was going to
we
bring
already
that
have
up.
that. No, but this is a re-release. But you already have a re-release. No, but this is the 20. I don't have one in box. Like, so good. Yeah, Mitch, I'm loving that Griswold shirt as well. It's awesome.
Oh yeah. It's a wonder you haven't got like some of these Christmas figs, Scott. Like from NECA, they got the Clark Griswold, they got a Home Alone.
You know what? I could probably bring myself to buy a Griswold. Like, Clark Griswold is honestly one of my favorite movie characters across all genres. Like, obviously nostalgia is a big part of it, but just that, that ultimate family man, whilst everything's falling apart, he the optimism never wanes. I love Clark Griswold. I could probably bring myself to get a Clark Griswold NECA figure, but mate, I haven't got anything modern yet, so I'm resisting. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go. A special birthday shout out to Dean. Dean from Totally Taylor.
Happy birthday.
I wished him a happy birthday this morning. But Dean, I hope you're having an awesome day, mate. I hope you're enjoying a couple of beers with Sarah tonight, and it's been a good one. So happy birthday.
Yeah. Well, look, we've got usual Mike. He's on his way. Like Santa, he's on his way.
Hey, Matt, I sent through a photo of my room when I was 15. So if you want to,
okay.
So if you want to put that up,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I just thought of it when Sizz Dog was showing his room.
Let's have a look at that. I love that photo as well.
Yeah, it's classic.
Let me just get into my emails. You send it to my email?
Send it on Instagram.
Instagram, alrighty. Let me get into that.
Is it worth? Have you got it handy, Ryan?
Yeah.
Like, is it worth resending it rather than Matt having to dig through?
I can resend it to your email.
Is that easier, Matt?
I'm just getting in there now, so probably it should be all right. I've got him there. Let's try and
So Muzza, Sizz Dog's channel is Nostalgia Button. Nostalgia Button on YouTube.
Yeah.
Definitely go check it out.
All right, let me just get rid of that. Sorry. So for the quiet time, everybody.
No, that's okay. I'm just going to try and...
Everyone got their Christmas presents, like, ready for...
Yeah.
For ourselves or for other people?
For other people, or for yourself. Like maybe you.
My son's
I've got a heap
actually
here I
going
bought
to
for
get
myself.
yeah. My son's getting the Ecto 1, the Kenner Ecto 1, and a couple of Ghostbuster figures. So cannot wait to.
What a vintage
that
Ecto 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I've got a spare one.
Wow.
That's
so
very
I'm
cool.
gonna wrap that up for him and take some photos and videos. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Ryan, what is your son? I know he's a young fella, but what does he make of your toy room? Does he express an interest in wanting to come in and take stuff off?
Oh, he loves it. Yeah, he's always
Does he?
like, wow, this is awesome. This is so cool. He just wants to play with everything, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
You've
he
taught
loves
him from a young age.
Yeah, he loves everything that I like, but he loves Spider-Man and Batman are like his favorite.
Oh, that's awesome.
But he loves Ghostbusters. Yeah. So.
Hey, Mark, thanks so much for finding that, mate. I was going to try and post a link myself once Matt gets that photo up, but I appreciate you finding that for us. So thank you, mate.
Appreciate that. All right, let's.
I've also emailed that to you as well, Matt, just in case that doesn't work. But...
No, I'm just getting it up now. Bear with me. It's coming up now. Here he is. And let's share that. Da-da.
There I am.
That's Ryan. How old are you there, Ryan?
I would have been about 14, 15 there. And that's a little snapshot into my collection room at the time.
What's that on top of your head?
Yeah.
That's a model airplane.
Oh, that one there.
So I was into building model kits and painting them and hanging them up.
No, I was referring to what's on top of your head.
Oh, that's called hair.
You're a cheeky brother, Brian. What's going on there?
Too much drink.
Too much drink.
So you got Spider-Man on the wall. You got a
Spider-Man. I got Star Wars. I think there's a Tick figure there. Tick in the corner there. Independence Day. If you go right down the bottom, there's
I'll get back in there.
Tracy Island on the.
Oh yeah, there it is over here, Tracy Island. Yep.
Yeah. And a collection of model paints and that. So that's kind of when I was into painting stuff, Warhammer and all that.
And it was taken at, I can't read the time. Was that
4:31? 4:31, yeah. There you go.
There you go. That's Ryan at
Pizza
15.
Hut Express picture in the back there. Yeah. That's a Thunderbird 2 up the back there.
I love that big poster, the Pizza Hut Express.
Yeah, my dad got that for me. So he found it, Pizza Hut, and asked if he could have it, and they gave it to him. So, it's pretty awesome.
Mitch, it has to be Andrew or Matt. I mean,
Matt.
Yeah, we might have to get it. We might have to get a full length shot of both of those guys so the folks in the chat can vote. But I thought I was doing my bit by getting a Santa hat and a Christmas themed T-shirt, but as soon as I logged on, I realized I was letting the team down.
No, I think Matt takes the prize. Stand up, Matt, and show me your sweater. Come on.
I've just got my. You don't want to see me. There you go. I'm not in my undies, but there you go. There's my Ghostbusters. I've got my Ghostbusters shirt, my jumper on, my actual jumper. I've got a fan full on blowing at me so I don't melt like a snowman. So, all right, we've got our next guest coming on. He's in the green room, and we love his news, so to speak. Lots of Star Wars news. We hang out for it, and Star Wars, G.I. Joe, recently some Indiana Jones. We're all eagerly awaiting Indiana Jones toys to come out. But of course, there's a lot more to Usual Mike, a lot more stuff that he collects. So let's get him in here. Here he comes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, mate.
Let me make you big.
Oh, you make me big, very big. There's a Christmas tree. I'm not
Welcome to the Collector's Pack, Mike. Happy Christmas.
Thank you for having me. I didn't dress up like you guys. I didn't get a red hat.
all
You missed right out. So the story I said, remember in the chat, I said, "Oh, I'm running late and I got a story to tell." Oh, you would not believe it. I work all day, leave the house at 8 o'clock, get home at 6:30 at night. I sat down, took my shoes off, power goes out. Literally, we had a blackout until 10 o'clock, so it's been off for 20 minutes. So,
Wow.
I was actually thinking, I was panicking, thinking you would have to see me through this. And I was like, no, I can't do it because I'd have to use mobile data. And it's just come back on. So I'm like, yay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Was the smell of the feet that strong, was it, when you took the shoes off? Knocked the power out.
Yeah, killed the power, yeah.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Miracle. I don't know. We were all hanging out there about 8 o'clock with the neighbours, and I hadn't had dinner, so I had to go down the road and get McDonald's for dinner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, Mickey D's.
I'll wake up with diabetes.
All that takeaway food does not do my stomach good anymore. Not at this age.
No.
But yeah, thanks for joining us, Mike. We've been meaning to get you on for a long time now.
Yeah.
We've crossed paths in many live streams recently.
We have.
The last year, I guess.
And now I'm finally on your channel. Fantastic.
How's all the Christmas planning?
No, in my Christmas, very busy. Very busy. I can't have any holidays until Christmas is over because I'm making the money.
So you can buy more toys.
Oh, hope so. Yeah. That the one thing I'm looking forward to, which people might cringe at, is the Endor bunker, the Hasbro Endor bunker that's coming next year.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. That one, yeah.
I want that so bad because I love those TVC play sets. I think they're the best. Like I've got all of them. But that's just another one I need in my life, and I do want the treehouse. What is it? The Endor Village with the Ewoks. I want that eventually because I never had an old school one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you getting the Jabba's throne room?
I thought about that, and then I saw the price, and then I had a very good think about it, and then I said no. It's just in this part of the world, the price is just too much for us.
Yeah, Zing had it, but it looks like it's gone now. I looked on their website; it's not on there anymore. So they must have only had a pre-sale for it.
I might have, yeah.
Yeah, but it was expensive just for a throne room with a.
Was it $6.99 or something like that?
Yeah, 600 or something. Yeah,
that's a lot.
No. I would love that though, but no, it's just out of my price range. Yeah, if I was on my own, didn't have a care in the world and made money, yeah, but I got a family to look after, and spend $100 on a playset. Yes, you spend $700. It's like you're not going to eat for a week.
Yeah, it seems like every modern Star Wars playset's like $400 or $500 now. It's just incredible. This is like what happened to the days when they're like $50 or $60. It's just
doesn't happen anymore, Andrew.
No. Those days gone.
Yeah, those were the 80s.
I heard my intro, and you said I do Star Wars news, G.I. Joe news. I've kind of put on the back burner a little bit. I'm just
have you
the G.I. Joe community. I don't know. I feel like I'm like way out of the loop compared to the rest of the guys. There's a few really good G.I. Joe news channels out there, and I'm like a third wheel that doesn't need to be there. So I might bring it back. But
is there much coming out in the G.I. Joe news though?
Sorry,
really? Is there much coming out in the G.I. Joe range though? There's
but the only thing is, it doesn't. The figures aren't getting sold easily in this country. We can't get them in Australia. They were at EB Games for a time there, and I think what was the one that fell over? Bulletproof Villain. They had them as well, and now they're starting to. No one's got them. So to get those figures, it's like, I'll get them off Amazon, and the list for like $80 plus shipping.
Wow.
It's just not worth it, eh?
No. We do have some. Mike has sent through some Christmas shots. Yes, we have got them. They've come through like little tiny. They've actually come through quite tiny when I've saved them. So
Did you
I'm not
open
sure how
them
they're
up
all going
before
to
you
come out.
saved them, or did you save them straight? Because I sent them through Instagram, didn't I?
You did,
You're
yeah.
supposed to open them up and then save them. You might have just saved them in the little tab.
I might have just saved them.
Save the
and
thumbnails.
then they turn up like a postage stamp.
Yeah.
Zoom in real close.
While we talk, I'll do it. I'll multitask. Gee, I'm good at multitasking
I've
tonight.
got 3, and they're all Christmassy. They're the only Christmassy ones I own. I would have to travel to my mum's house and go through her photo collection, but they're the ones I have. One's from 1983, which kind of tells you how old I am. And the other 2 are from 97 Christmas or 98 Christmas. And I'm a real angsty teen in it. And you can see the look on my face. You wouldn't talk to this kid. You look at my face in these photos and it's like.
I mean, Christmas definitely meant something different to you as a teenager, though, than when when you were a young fella. Like, I remember being a teenager at Christmas, going to the extended family, Christmas lunch, and just being like, I don't want to be here.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That angsty teen. You'll see the look on my face. I look filthy. I look absolutely filthy in these photos.
Yeah. If smartphones were around then, you'd have your head buried in it.
Probably.
How long you been doing your channel for now, Mike?
I think the first video went up in December, would have been this month of 2015.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really? 7 years.
And it was
Veteran.
I was sitting on a park bench outside with the wind blowing and howling around, and you know what it sounds like when you're filming on your phone. And my son at the time was like, how old would have he been? I don't know, 13 years old, the older son. And it's just me just pulling out, oh, look, I've got this, I got that, just Star Wars action figures that I bought. I think it was all Force Awakens stuff. Yeah. And that was kind of the first video. Yeah, and it's on my channel. Go back and go pick oldest video and you'll see it there. It's terrible. It's cringe.
I don't think any of us in retrospect are super proud of our first video, though. Like, I'm certainly not. Occasionally, if I get a comment on it or something, I shudder,
The first 100 videos you make are just to practice, remember? That's what YouTube told us. 100. If you do one a week, it's going to take you a year to get good.
True.
More. Yeah, you do it enough, you get I've got 900 and something videos. Talking to a camera, it just becomes quite natural after a while. It's just doesn't faze me in the slightest. The only thing that I don't like is probably if I ever do it in public and you sort of when you're out vlogging and you get I don't do it because then you get people looking at you. Yeah, that's the only time that I feel a bit self-conscious. But when it's you're in your studio, you're in your element, you get your lights and your camera set up, talking straight down the barrel, it's just comes natural to me now.
Yeah, fair enough. Awesome. Well, I'll keep at it then, because I enjoy the process, but everyone wants to be authentic, but to me, talking to a camera just doesn't feel natural. You want to be natural, but talking to a camera still doesn't feel natural. But I enjoy the process, so I guess I'll just keep getting there.
And my last video, I think I was singing in the camera. Yeah, I don't do much of that. Yeah.
Oh. Mitch, you're my brother, so you're supposed to say that, but thank you anyway.
That's all right.
We're all learning. That's how it is.
Exactly.
I've got the pictures now, so we'll. I've just resaved them, so they're a little bit bigger now, which is good.
Are you doing the first one?
Yeah,
the petrified one from 1983. The look of terror on my face.
All right, no, we're gonna do.
There it is.
You're a little fella.
Yes.
This is the biggest I can get him.
I tell you what, that you'll never ever, you see me as an adult, you'll never see my legs or me wearing thongs. My dad thought that was the best look I had, and that he dressed like that, so I should dress like that. And I've never worn anything like that since. And
do your pants end all the way up here, Mike? They look like they're ending all the way up past your belly button.
Yeah, that was before Steve Urkel was the thing.
You know what you're getting there, though, Mike? Do you know what it was that you were
Yes,
given?
I do. Being preschool, your mum had to go to the preschool and give them a present and say it's coming from Santa. But and Santa and Mrs. Claus, she's in her mid-40s there. That lady be 90 years old now. So so you got your gifts and they read your name out on the tag and said, "Oh, come up and collect your present." And I remember what it was, and my mum wrapped it and left the price tag on it, and it was $1.30, and it was Snakes and Ladders board game. $1.30.
Good.
She went all out that Christmas.
Well,
Yeah.
$1.30 back then.
I wanted it to be something cool. Like it would be a great story if I said, "Oh yeah, it's a great Star Wars toy" or something like that. It was rubbish. It was complete rubbish. Snakes and ladders, bloody snakes and ladders board game. How boring! Oh, there's the Yanksy team. Look at this.
Here's the Yanksy team. Alrighty.
See, right in front of me there. See Sting, NWO. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Andrew's favourite now, Mike. Andrew's favourite.
Yeah, I like Sting.
The NWO Wolfpack Sting.
That's the one. I can see my little brothers in the photo behind. And that's,
Have you still got him?
That one? My brother does. See a little guy in the background there with the blonde hair? You can see two kids in a photo. Yeah,
okay.
the bigger kid, he still has that out of the packet, of course, loose. He's still got that in his collection. And I've got a practice putting championship. Yeah, look at me. The next greatest golfer you've ever seen.
Well, that must be about 98, is it? Because I think
I think so.
I think these come out about 98 from Toy Biz.
Christmas
these
98.
Smash and Plan.
Yep. No girlfriend. No, nothing going on for me. Yeah. I just had, it was terrible time. My mum's nice, fancy, wooden house. She loved that house. She sold it. But yeah.
Is this where all the family's sitting up here, Mike? Because I can see something happening upstairs.
Yeah, that's an auntie and her husband. I don't know his freaking name.
Alrighty, moving on.
Whoa. There's the Christmas tree there, and I'm wearing an English soccer jersey. I just noticed that. Yeah, and then some Hot Wheels there. That's all my shit in front of me.
Yeah,
I just
there.
I look so angry. I look so pissed off. It's no fucking Christmas, and I'm like,
I hate Christmas.
Star Wars. No Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
I mean, who at that age loved having their photo taken though? And you wouldn't have been saying, "Mum, take a photo of me." It would have been, "Smile." I'm getting a photo.
Exactly right. You'll get
true.
that dirty look off your face. So see, everybody, I'm real. I'm not always a class clown. I was once a angry little man. Oh God, that photo. Look at that old boxy TV and everything. Oh, classic. Before the widescreens.
Yep.
Is that a year or two after the previous Angsty Teen one?
No, these photos are taken the exact same day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the other part of the lounge room. I've just moved onto the floor near the tree.
Shifted the angst from the couch to the floor.
Oh, because your jersey's hidden there a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, but there it is.
Yeah.
There. Okay. I get that. That's good. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's good. Thanks for sharing those, Mike. That's good.
Thanks, Mike.
That's as Christmas as I could get. I'm sorry. I wanted to show cool toys and all. It's two crappy photos of me looking sour and me petrified. Yeah, the way I stood. You see that when I'm getting the present off Santa, I'm like sort of like that. Yeah, I'm like terrified of him. Absolutely terrified of getting that present off Santa. Yeah.
So what about this year? Is Santa's going to get you something good, toy related, or?
Oh, no. No, I got a voucher the other day from who's this? Gold Coast Trading Cards, and they gave me a voucher to spend January 1st. I'm like, I'm going to buy myself some cards. I'm going to buy it after Christmas. Yeah. So I also collect cards. I've probably told you that before. So I'm a very big Don Bradman fan. See? Ooh,
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's 1946 no frames, I believe that one is.
Wow.
Yeah, and I collect and rugby league cards. I got is 1933 Dave Brown, one of the immortals. That's his rookie card.
So were they in cigarettes? Were they actually in packs of cards?
They were in packs of cigarettes, and some were in packs of bubblegum, and some were in. There's a range that you bought trousers, and they put a packet in the pocket, which had cards. Stamina trousers. Yeah, 1948. Wow. Yeah, in this country anyway.
Yeah, my auntie used to work for Rothmans back in the day, and I remember as a kid going around to their place, and there was all these framed pictures with complete sets of cricket and football cards, but that same sort of scale, quite narrow and small.
Yeah.
Not like trading cards nowadays, which are like size of your phone.
They all had to fit in a packet of cigarettes. Yeah. And there's cards I got like this one from Turf Cigarettes, Charlie Chaplin.
Oh wow!
Yeah, very old school. That's 34. And other than Bradman and rugby league cards, I collect a few celebrities. It's one of my favorites. I have these in front of me. Shirley Temple, 1933.
Incredible. So what sort of set is that from the same set as the Chaplain, or
No.
Are they...
The sets will be very randomized with like celebrities of the day, and you know how some people are, what do you call it? Just 15 minutes of fame. Usually there's a set with a lot of people. You have no idea who these people are, not really know. And then one of the cards will be Charlie Chaplin. That's your key card for the set. You can collect the whole set if you want, but you'd rather just get the one that's going to be, important. People will go, oh, wow, you got Charlie Chaplin.
Do you get them graded, Mike, or buy graded cards, or not? Or not necessarily? You do.
I had to buy some graded ones because I couldn't get them raw, which is off the internet. So there's a rugby league card. I had to buy it graded because I couldn't find a raw example. But most of the time, I just buy them raw. And if you buy them in a set, someone's going, oh, I've got a lot. That's the best way to get them, just like the action figures. Buy them in a lot,
exactly.
Just good ones out,
Yeah, that's awesome.
So there's a few I bought with a lot, $25 for a lot, and there was like $300 worth of cards in it of value.
Wow.
It's like
it's so good.
But was all the value just in a handful of cards?
Yes,
I imagine it would be.
Yeah. There's 2 Bradmans in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's a lot of Bradman cards. There's a lot. There's always cards coming up that people over time forgot about that set even being released, and the card will surface and end up on eBay, and people will be like paying $1,200 for it. Like, that's a rare one. I need that one. Yeah.
Wow. Did you ask this question, Andrew? Or
no, not really. Monique's asked Mike, what's on your wish list?
Other than the indoor bunker.
The indoor bunker.
I do like the next 3 fets that are coming. I think they are like spectacular. The Kenner color, the comic variant, and what's the other one? The comic art. Yeah.
Is that 6-inch?
No, they're all TVC, all 3 3/4.
All 3 3/4, right?
Yeah.
I've got some. Sorry, you go.
No, go, Matt. Yep.
Oh, and I was going to say, I've got some old, actually from my mum and dad, some old cigarette cards, and they're quite small, and they're just of cars.
Of cars, so, yeah. Get a whole set of cars.
Is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
is that something you're interested in?
If someone's driving the car. Most likely if you get a picture like that, you want someone like Enzo Ferrari to be represented on the car, or Marlon Brando, or James Dean. That will get you in.
It's kind of interesting to think about, though, because I know, like, obviously there's a big trading card collector market nowadays. Like, adult collectors of cars, just like adult collectors of toys. But when I think about back in the day, I think of trading cards being something that appealed more to the kids. Yet you have trading cards in packs of cigarettes.
Yeah, that's how what I mean.
So I wonder what the kind of marketing approach is there. Like, were grown men buying packs of cigarettes, obviously smoking the cigarettes, and
giving the kids to the cards? They give it to the kids.
They give the cards to the kids. Okay.
Yeah, so they wouldn't take the cigarettes. The kids wouldn't touch the smoke. So they'd be, hey, you have this. Yeah. That's I think was the original part of it.
Yeah. Because I mean, if anything, that would have just made cigarette packs even cooler to the teenagers. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm getting some of them like Turf, Wills, Godfrey Phillips. A lot of those cigarette companies wanted to do it too as marketing as well, because you got something extra when you bought your cigarettes. And by the way, but everyone listen, I don't smoke, never smoke, so
I don't smoke either.
it's all about the cards.
Yeah, of course.
That's it.
Do you collect the old, like the 70s rugby league cards, or you?
I've got a few of them. Yes, my uncle was friends with Tom Radonicus, so I try and collect a lot of Tom Radonicus cards. And for everyone who's international, will have no idea who he is.
No.
Hey, Mike, do you remember the Weet-Bix cards?
Yes, there was a set with Bradman all over them, I believe. There's a green and gold set that every card was Bradman on it. But I think you're referring to the ones with the white borders, aren't you?
Yeah, the white border, the older ones. Yes, yeah,
really old ones.
All the Weet-Bix used to get up. Used to get about 5 or 6 cards in the pack.
If you're lucky, 2 in the bottom, and it was like 3 brothers, and we were all like, "That's mine this week."
Yeah, well, my brother got them all. He's still got them too. He's got most of the collection. Yeah, Weet-Bix cards.
They're complete set of them. They'd be real good.
Are they worth anything? The Weet-Bix cards from the
Not
80s,
necessarily.
90s.
A lot of them are undervalued. Yeah, there's a lot of cards you'll buy, like cricketers from 1900 who no one's ever heard of, and the card's like $5. Yeah, it's just it's literally 120 years old and it's worth $5. It's like it should be a lot more, because American baseball cards, there's a T205 set. I think each card is like $1,000 each. It's like, why is the cricket cards so undervalued? Cricket's played all over the world. Baseball's played in 3 countries.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. Are you you still watch your wrestling at all, Mike? Because I remember
yes.
because you used to have some wrestling figures as well on your channel.
Yes. I had a look on Ringside Collectibles. Was it Ringside? And I think they had a Cody Rhodes for $3.99 US, and I was like, I got to buy it. And then the wife comes in. Do you need that?
And you say, yes, you do.
The AEW, I've been a big supporter of AEW since it started. And it's WWE was like, I was watching it and I was just like, oh, it's getting samey. It's the only thing that's wrestling that's mainstream, because all the other independent shows are very hard to get to. And then AEW come up and was like, oh, WCW is back again. Because I was a big WCW fan way back in the day. Because I went to the show in 2000 with my brothers. That was great. There's Goldberg and Scott Steiner and Kevin Nash, Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, I went to that show too.
Oh, it's fantastic. I wish that Sid Vicious, he was like on the ticket to come out here, but never turned up.
Well, he's a bit of an oddity, isn't he? He's probably playing his T-ball or whatever he was doing. He just wouldn't show up to wrestling shows because he had a major T-ball game to rock up to. So that was it. I'm sorry, I'm not showing up. I'm going to go play some T-ball. But he was good at it, apparently. So anyway.
Matt, do you watch AEW these days?
I don't know how to. Like, I try and get on. There's some stuff on YouTube, so I try and watch it.
The app you got to get is Fight TV. It's FITE.
FITE. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll have to download. It's some really good wrestlers on there. Some good talent on AEW. So we're probably boring people, but not everyone's into wrestling. But it's kind of funny that Sis, who's on before you like loves the wrestling. Scotty, well, Scotty's more old school wrestling, and I'm all over the place. So I follow up quite a bit.
My favorite old school was Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He was the man.
Yeah, that's definitely my era. I mean, I grew up. I mean, I kind of discovered, because, like Sizdog was touching on, like back in the day, it was renting videos at the video store, and it was picking up the WWF magazine from the newsagent. That was the only way that I followed the goings on of the WWF, was the VHS tapes.
Were on VHS.
But they were all out of order. All the tapes I watched were all out of order, and I used the magazine to kind of piece it together. But it just resonated with me. You know what I mean? I absolutely loved it.
Hey guys, money too.
I went into EB Games the other day to get an extra a second-hand copy of that Star Wars Lego. You got that at all? I don't know if you play the games or not much, Mike. Or
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, the Skywalker Saga version.
Yeah. But what I said to the guy was, "Did you have an X rental?" And he didn't know what I was on about. And I realized
X rental.
I realized an X rental because it's like walking in the video store and going, "Oh yeah, that's right. It's not an X rental, is it? It's
a pre-owned copy you're after. A pre-owned copy.
Pre-owned copy. That's it. Not an X rental."
That's so old school. That's showing your age right there.
Yeah, I just didn't even think about it. And then I go, "Oh, hello, how you going?"
That's right. I'm in 2022.
Well, you can say, talk to my mates. I'll be, I remember the days we used to go on to Video Easy, and like the teenagers are like, video? It's like video.
Yeah. Videos.
I grew up with DVDs.
And now they come back in fashion again. People are hunting for VHS.
Yeah.
It's
incredible.
It's crazy. It's
I paid a lot of money for the Nerds, Revenge of the Nerds. I paid $80 for that videotape back in the days when you couldn't. Yeah.
Wow.
The first one?
The first one, 1984 edition. I still got it upstairs somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my hands on the second one just because that was so. Like in your home, your VHS collections at home. Mine was very small. because they're expensive to buy. Like to go to Big W or Kmart and buy a VHS tape, they were quite expensive. But I had a couple of X rentals that just were never taken back to old video stores and had been handed to me. And one of them was Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. And back when you only had 3 channels to watch, you would just watch the same tapes again and again and again. And I watched Revenge of the Nerds 2 at an inappropriately young age, like again and again. So I really want that for my VHS collection.
Yeah, it's the first time we got to see boobs. I mean, seriously.
That's it.
Well, Michael, we're rummaging at my parents' place the other day, and I found this, and that was Indiana Jones on VHS in the box.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
That's amazing. The box set.
But I got nothing to play it on though. But they look good.
It looks good.
It's good, but you
I can't even help
You
you
need to
out.
get a VCR.
You have to get an old VCR. I think you're the only one, Scott, I know who's got one.
I've got one.
Have you got one too, Matt?
It's just under the house somewhere. It's probably got rats living in it or something. They found the hole. And
Andrew, if you jumped on Gumtree, you could buy one tomorrow for like $15.
Yeah.
VCRs aren't too hard to come by.
No.
Did they plug into the new TVs though, or is it still the old?
You need like you need the old school like tricolor AV cables. They're not going to put them into a HDMI
Yellow,
cable.
white, and red. The 3
yeah,
cables.
Scott, whatever you guys just said, it just went into Andrew's ear going. Blah, 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 whoop.
You said he once before. You said that technologically illiterate.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought that just referred to today's technology. I thought the VCR that might have been your speed.
Actually, you might be all right at VCRs. Actually, you never know. I'll take it down. I'll take it and I'll give it to him, the VCR, and I go, "Here you go, Andrew. Set it up. You might surprise us."
There's a keep on collecting video. The challenge.
Yep, the challenge.
Set up this old VCR.
So Mike, with your Star Wars, are you only sort of getting the stuff that you show on your videos now, sort of thing, for the news, or are you sort of actively chasing the older stuff at all? Or I know you got a few of these.
With the Kenner stuff. Oh yeah, I secretly get a few of them and just like put them in the collection. Yeah, because
I see you got to have.
I talk about modern. Yeah, so if I collect some old vintage, it doesn't really make it to the video. If I can integrate it in, that's great. But other than that, I'll just like put them off to the side. Yeah, old classic Kenner. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you find that the newer Star Wars stuff is not as exciting? Really, they're sort of like, oh, yeah, here's a Boba Fett, he's repainted. Here's a Boba Fett, he's repainted.
Oh, I guess the new media has new characters which have been around for 5 minutes, and it's like you can get excited about it because it's something different and new, but there's no connection there long term. There might be over years to come and go, oh look, the client. But I saw the client on the shelf in the shops, and I'm like, do I need an old man? Just leave him there for a while, let him drop in price or something. Yeah, it's just there's some things that like I don't know if I needed it that badly enough to want to warrant getting so much new media. But, there's classic characters always Fett all day long.
Yeah, I don't see him with the vintage collection though, like they're bringing out. It's just sort of go, well, oh gosh, they've done that figure on the same card back about 3 times now. And I've got to go, have I got it? Have I got it? And you have to go through like 1,000 bloody figures to see if you've still got that card.
Face print technology. They're telling you how good they've updated the ankles, things like that.
Yeah, they've updated the ankles, yeah. It's like Malibu Stacy with the new hat.
That's it, yeah. So some people get very excited because they might have missed it the first time and it comes around the second time. If I tell the news, not necessarily I'm going to jump all over it, but I'm excited for the people who are getting it because they might have missed it back in version 2.1 of the vintage collection.
Yeah.
The version 2.1, the first lot. The 1 to 114, I think it was. The VC.
Yeah, they sort of changed the numbering, didn't they? Sort of halfway through when they
started back up again. I think Ray was the first one. VC 115, I think she is.
Yeah, they're sort of like, gosh, I lose track myself. So I got to watch your videos just to.
At one stage there, it was quite easy to keep up, but then they just bankroll us with so many. It's like, oh, we got this, we got that, we got pipelines, we got this, we got that, and it's like there's so much now. People watch my video at the end of it and just go, what was that? You know, there's so much information to give people about what's new, what's coming, what's different about this, when's the pre-order, how much it's going to cost, where you're going to get it from, all those sorts of things. It is an information overload. Sometimes you see me laughing in the video. I'm like, why am I bothered telling you? You're not going to find it anyway.
Right.
Did you notice that because of the price rise in them of the vintage collection figures, they're gone. At least jumped up about $15 in a year.
Yeah. There's the Gaming Greats vintage collection that goes to EB Games. Those figures alone are 45 Australian dollars each. That's ridiculous. I mean, I've seen them on the shelf. I'm not paying $45 for a vintage collection figure.
Because do you notice now, like say this time last year, you go in and it was hard to find some of the figures, but now because of the price hike, you can go into Zing. Oh, the whole thing's just packed full of them. And you go in there a month later, they're still there. You know,
people when they put them on the shelf originally were like, oh yeah, they're only $25. They might buy 4. There's $100 for that they spend on figures a month. Now when they're like, oh, 35 each, they're like, I might just buy 1 instead of getting the 4, and they don't clear out fast enough.
Yeah, there's sort of like
if people are going to try and collect them all. You know, if people have that mindset of I want to complete the set, then they might not even end up starting to collect them. You know, because that price point might just turn them off. You know,
it sure does. Yeah, it's disappointing because the casual fan isn't collecting them at all. They're like, I don't even know where to start and get into it, so they're just completely not buy them. And then the real collector's like, oh, I'm going to scale back. I don't need every single one. I'll just go with the ones I like. But there's old fans like us who are just like, OT, that's all it is. And then there's like the 20-somethings who are like, prequel trilogy. I shouldn't say that.
imagine having a young boys or something these days, and they've watched Star Wars and I want to get the figures and that, and they're $40 a pop, and you go,
yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, there's sort of like price it out of the market. That just incredible.
We got I don't know if you caught our previous guest, Mike. And
when I tuned in on my phone, I was watching a duck race. And I think I run third.
So good.
We did a giveaway, and we're going to. I'm just giving everyone a bit of a 10-minute warning because we're going to do another giveaway. This time, Scott is going to give it away.
I am.
So he's going to cry, basically. So I'm going to.
Sorry, guys. I need to get my phone out because one of the potential prizes I can't show you because it's all packed away, but I want to show you a photo of it. So, alrighty. So basically, my prize is it's a winner's choice. Okay, so.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm very disorganized. So it's basically there's 3 options, and it's a winner's choice because I was originally just going to offer up one of these, but I thought, oh, maybe this isn't going to appeal to everybody. So basically, the first choice is an original cinema poster, and it's the format of the poster is Australian daybill size. So it's quite narrow and tall. And it's what they used to, post in the lobbies of the foyers of cinemas here in Australia back in the day, up until the 90s. So the first prize, or the first option, is an original Australian daybill cinema poster of TMNT 2, The Secret of the Ooze. That's an example. I've got that poster. It's in a frame, but I've got another one that's all rolled up, packed up, ready to go. So that's option 1 if you want the vintage 1991 Australian daybill poster, TMNT 2, The Secret of the Ooze. If you can see that.
Yep.
If you're not a TMNT guy, the next option is a complete Mighty Max Stings Scorpion Doom Zone set from 1993. So it's the Mighty Max Stings. You know what? Let me get this out. I'm not going to open it up. I'm not going to open it up because I won't be able to put the pieces back together in a hurry. But yeah, Mighty Max Sting Scorpion, 100% complete. So it's got the Scorpo bot, the Mighty Max figure, and the Scorpion minifigure. And the third option, if this floats your boat, we've got a vintage Peter Venkman with his little ghost and with his Proton wand and Proton stream. Unfortunately, no pack. I don't know why. Whoever owned this in 1986 or 1987 cut the cord. He's got no pack, but he's got a complete stream and wand. So you got the Peter Venkman, you got the Mighty Max Sting Scorpion, or you got the original TMNT 2, The Secret of the Use Australian Daybill poster. Whoever wins, it's your choice. You take your pick.
I'd love one of those.
Alrighty.
Very nice prizes.
Excellent.
So whoever
All right,
wants
well,
in,
So good.
yeah, whoever wants in, just let us know you're in.
Yeah, just
Matt
start writing
will-
in the comments that you're in. Now,
Yeah.
also, sorry, we also got a bit of a challenge going to be run by. Would you like to be in a challenge, Mike? It's a quiz, like a.
It's a quiz. It's a Christmas. It's a toy related Christmas quiz.
Okay. I mean,
You're in. We'll just
He's
end.
like, I don't know what I'm agreeing to, but I'm.
Now, are we doing that now, Matt? But between
Yeah,
now and when
let's
Let's do
do
it.
it now. Do
it
me
might,
to
go for a little, it might go for a little bit longer than the 10 minutes warning that you've given prior to the duck race. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's all right. We're going to go over time. It's a live stream. We're just going to have to roll with it, eh?
Alrighty. So,
Let me. We've got this special thing here. We got to do this. You ready? Ready? It's quiz, quiz, Kringle.
That was awesome.
What the hell? Couple of beers. Anyway.
I love it.
Right.
That was awesome.
That was so good.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find my sound effects app. Oh, man, why didn't I prepare this earlier?
I thought you did.
has it got that
Sorry.
Roblox death sound?
Here we go. We got it. Okay. So basically, Matt, are you involved in this quiz or?
I'm going to get Andrew to represent Keep On Collecting.
Okay. All right. So
Go, Andrew, you can do it.
That guy. That guy there.
I got my buzzer.
That just sounds wrong.
I mean, so maybe. Well, are you guys working as a team, or is it just Andrew?
No, we'll just do Andrew. I'll
Okay.
I'll try and keep some score for you, and if
right. So
maybe if the
basically-
chat wanted to have a go as well.
No, the chat's definitely in. So basically, I'm going to ask questions. Now, you guys on the stream, Mike, Ryan, and Andrew, if you're going to answer it, just use your name as your buzzer. If you've got, if you brought your own buzzer like Andrew has,
Let us go. Batman.
your name, can you be your buzzer or Batman? Can buzzer, whatever you do. So, and also, guys in the chat, you're more than welcome to get involved as well, just like we did last time around. If you know the answer to these questions, definitely, type them out, throw them in, and if whoever's first in the chat to get it right, as long as it's not too long after someone on the stream has answered it, then I'll give you guys a point as well, and we'll keep track as we go. So, basically, the format is exactly the same. I'm going to give you guys a year. You have to tell me what the biggest toy, what the most popular, biggest selling, most in-demand toy that Christmas was. That's it.
Okay.
I'm going to give you guys a year. You tell me the toy. Now, what I will say is, Andrew, I know you'll ask. This is not specific to Australia, so I wasn't able to find a source that gave me this info specifically to Australia. And also, I referred to like 3 different sources, and some of them had different things going. So don't. If I've got something wrong here, I've trusted the most reputable source. So just a practice question, 1978.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Let me interrupt here. You don't have to tell me the exact item. Just tell me like the general, franchise or the game or whatever it might be. So 78, Mike, what would you say that would be as a practice question?
I would have said Star Wars.
And you would have been correct. You would have been correct. So
Exactly.
yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. I'll give you guys a year. You chime in with your buzzer, guys in the chat. You just answer the question and tell us what you think the biggest, most popular toy that Christmas was. I watched Jingle All the Way recently, so it's definitely that sort of print. The toy that parents were going crazy to try and get their hands on. Alrighty, guys, this is the first of the real questions. There's 15 questions, and that'll be that. 1983. Andrew.
It'd have to be Star Wars Return of the Jedi toys.
That's not what I have. No, there was something bigger than that.
Wow.
Bigger than that.
In 1983.
You're out, Andrew. Oh, wait.
Film
We got an answer here
Ryan,
from
I'll
Yeehaw.
go Masters of the Universe.
Incorrect.
Ooh. Mike?
Gee. I'm looking at the answer on screen. G.I. Joe?
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought this one would be straightforward. I'll give you guys a clue. This was the toy that
Everyone
inspired
else
the
is saying
film.
Masters of the Universe. Yeah.
This was the film this was the toy that inspired the film Jingle All the Way.
What?
Zazel, you are correct, my friend. Cabbage Patch Kids.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
83?
Yeah.
If you said 86, I would have said Cabbage Patch Kids. 83?
Wow.
Yeah,
I
didn't
think,
realise
I
it
think
came out
I
that
think
early.
Cabbage Patch. I think 1983 was when the Cabbage Patch riots were on.
Wow. 83 was the year I got that Snakes and Ladders board game.
that's why, because I couldn't get a Cabbage Patch.
Exactly right.
All right. Zazel's on a point. Next
Yep.
question. Next one. 1964.
1964.
G.I. Joe.
Correct.
G.I.
Yeah,
Joe.
the 12-inch. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. Well done, Mike.
All right.
Oh,
Mike, you're on a point.
hey.
Stick. Where you got that one?
Use your imagination.
All right. Yeehaw's chimed in with the large-scale G.I. Joe. I'm going to say that was quick enough. So, Yeehaw, you get a point.
Ooh.
All righty. Question number 3, 1977.
Not so.
Mike.
Adventure People? I think that's no.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. Look, again, I might be. There was a few different sources gave me conflicting things here, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. 1977. Hey, Matt, if you want to start getting involved, you're most welcome, mate.
Okay. You think I've got an idea?
Just in case you do. Just in case you do.
Guess, $6 Million Man.
No.
You could say Star Wars again, but
No.
No, it came out
Definitely
later.
not Space 98. Is it Matchbox? Yeehaw said Matchbox.
It's not, I'll tell you this, it's not an action figure. It's not an action figure franchise.
Oh. 1976.
1977, Matt.
Oh, 1977. No.
Jeez, I was still a twinkle in my daddy's eye. Jesus.
Move on.
Well,
move
Yeehaw
on.
says Matchbox. Yeah.
No. If I see a correct answer, I'll Phil, correct.
Where's Phil?
Atari
Sorry.
2600.
oh yeah, of course.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
Wow.
Correct. I mean, I believe the first Atari, no?
There you go, Mike. Oh no, that's wrong. That's the wrong answer. Maybe this one, Mike.
Yeah.
Snakes
and
and Ladders.
All right, this one should be easier. 1984.
Zzz.
Mike.
Master Universe?
No.
It's gotta be
Ryan.
one of these.
Ghostbusters.
Ryan. No.
Real- No Ghostbusters? Okay.
No, Real Ghostbusters came out later on.
Yeah.
Yeehaw, you are correct, my friend. Transformers.
Almost.
Oh, there you
No,
go.
he's got Transformers.
Yeah. They were the prototypes.
Not the Mexican knockoffs.
I got the
Zazel, you're correct.
Transformers.
Zazel, you're correct as well, mate. But Yeehaw
Yeah,
got in
said
just
my
a
brother,
touch
yeah.
beforehand. I think Yeehaw was the first to say. Oh, hang on, Steve.
Yeah,
Steve.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw's
Yeehaw
first.
come in first with Transformers.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Alrighty.
tough.
1990.
Yeah. 1990. Gee.
Women.
What?
This one's a real. Yeah, Yeehaw, you are correct again, my friend. TMNT.
Oh, wow.
Women. How much did that cost you? Everything you've got.
1979. I'm going to give you guys a clue with this one. It's electronic.
Oh, zzz. Is it
Yep.
Simon? The
Correct.
game of Simon?
Correct.
Oh, well done, Mike.
Since
All
Is
you're
right.
that
so
2 for Mike? 2.
That's 2 for Mike. So just to update on the scores, we got Yeehaw on 3, we got Mike on 2, we got Phil and Zazel on 1 apiece.
Wow.
Alrighty, we're almost halfway there. 1989.
1989.
The
Yep.
toy of the year. The toy of the year was the Lynx guitar. Lynx, L-I-X.
That's not what I'm looking for. No,
Damn.
1989.
19.
It's the only bit of trivia I do know about the bloody Lynx guitar.
He's trying to throw it in.
So, Yeehaw, you are close, but you are not correct. But you're close.
Super
PlayStation.
Nintendo. Ryan. Super
No, it'd be
Nintendo.
like no,
No,
it'd be
not in
Sega.
1989.
It'd be Sega Master System.
No.
No, not that either. Bloody hell.
Yeah, I was going to say
Taylor's,
Master.
you are correct. It's the Game Boy.
Nah.
Da-da. The Taylors have one.
Taylor's are on one. Alrighty.
There's a Sega Master System.
1994.
Gee.
Ryan.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
No.
No.
No, not the PlayStation. We're at action figures for 1994.
Right.
Spiker Mice.
Taylor's, you are correct. Power Rangers.
Ooh, for the late
Oh,
win.
yeah. Okay.
Power Rangers.
Mark D, you are correct as well, but the Taylors got in just before you on my screen anyway.
X-Men.
X-Men.
Alrighty.
Toy Biz.
Wow.
1981.
Ryan. Masters of the
Yep.
Universe.
Correct.
Oh, that's when I
That was 82. What?
That's 1981. That's when I was born.
Apparently, the first were out for Christmas of 81, ahead of 82.
Oh, okay.
Because you got to remember this is the Christmas season. Just a very shortly before the end of the year,
Yeah.
so before the following year.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, I think it gets I think it gets a little bit trickier here. I won't let it go on forever, or I'll give clues. But this is they are pretty iconic toys. 1963.
What?
1963, pretty iconic. I mean, anyone who's
Malibu
watching
Barbie.
this, what? No, it's not Barbie. It is a
Major
girl's toy,
Mason.
though. It is a quote unquote girl's toy.
Girls' toy.
Girl's toy, 1963.
Zzz.
Who was it?
Is it the Easy Bake Oven?
Correct. It is
Wow.
indeed.
Did you
Alrighty.
Google it?
I'd have to take the screen off and
That's
I didn't
awesome.
Google it. No.
Bloody
So we
hell.
got
The
five.
girls' toys.
We got
Mark D
5 questions to go. Oh, Mark D, you know what, Mark? I'm giving you a point. I feel like that was close enough that you probably did punch that in before or at the same time. I'll give you a point. So we've basically got Mike and Yeehaw level at 3-all with 5 questions to go. 1991. And it's something that was it hadn't come out in Australia at this point in time because I had one as a kid.
Mighty Max.
Taylor's, you are correct. Super Nintendo.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Actually, I think Yeehaw just got him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I should have just said
Oh,
what I
you're
was
correct.
thinking.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that, Matt.
Just gotcha.
Yep, just gotcha. Okay. So we got Yeehaw on 4, we got Mike on 3, we got the Taylors on 2. Alrighty. 4 more. 1959, and it's something that's already been said for another year.
Party.
Correct.
Barbie.
Yeah.
Barbie.
All right.
Yeah, what are you doing, Andrew? You've forgot your squeaker. What's going on?
Squeaker's quiet. It's all his fault.
It's broken.
Alrighty, 3 more. 1976.
Space 1999.
You didn't use your buzzer, but no, it's incorrect anyway. Sorry.
Big
Damn
Jim.
it.
No, not Big Jim. 1970.
Big Jim?
Sorry, yeah, 1976.
Is it
Pretty
a toy?
iconic toy.
Toy. Okay.
Adventure People. I've already got to
No.
go.
You can have another go, Matt. I mean, keep firing them. It's all
I
good.
don't know.
Nah, not
It's
Buck Rogers.
it's not a game or anything. It's a physical toy. It's
No.
oh man, I
That's
don't know
not
how to
one.
give a clue without giving it away.
G'day, Cat.
It's something that stood the test of time that they've re-released over the years, and it's probably still around.
The yo-yo.
Nah, not the yo-yo.
Ruby.
You know what? It's a figure of some type. Oh, it's
Okay.
probably an action figure, I suppose. It's some sort of figure. 1976.
76.
Bloody hell.
Oh,
Do you want me to? We'll move. Do you want to move on, or do you want to?
yeah, we'll move on.
Stretch Armstrong.
Okay. Gee whiz.
Wow, stretch.
Alrighty, two more. We're going deep. 19. We're going with the newest one and with the oldest one to finish. 1997.
Brian, PlayStation.
Yep. Nah.
you did sell on that PlayStation.
Well, because I got one in the 90s.
He wants one for Christmas.
No, it probably was around in 1997, but something else took the world by storm in 1997.
God.
What wasn't Tickle Me Elmo or something?
Nah, but that was 96. But no. Mark, hang on, is Mark D first? Yeah, so it's Tamagotchi, correct. Are you first in the chat?
wow.
I believe you
Yeah.
are.
My
And
God.
Mark, you're on 2.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we've got one question to go, and then I might need the tiebreaker because the last one's a bit obscure.
Yeah.
We got Mike and Yeehaw still on 4 apiece. 1940.
What?
Oh,
1940. And the only reason you will know this is from a certain movie that was set that year.
A 9mm handgun.
You're actually not far off.
I think they all got one.
Johnny
Mike.
7. Johnny 7.
No.
It's gun.
No.
That was close.
You are close. You are. Think,
okay.
guys. Think
Gun?
a movie that gets watched at this time of year, set in 1940.
Yeah.
Zazel, you are correct. The Red Ryder BB gun from A Christmas Story.
Oh.
wow.
Christmas
No?
Story?
No, A Christmas Story fans.
I've never seen it.
Never seen it.
Zazel, you got it, mate.
Wow.
The Americans
Alright, so
love that movie.
We're still tied, guys. I got one tiebreaker question, and then I'm out, and then I got no more.
Is it only for Mike or Yeehaw?
Yeah, let's do that. Just Mike and Yeehaw only.
All right.
1971. 1971.
No pressure,
71?
Mike.
All right, I'm going to say, I know they were made in 1968, but I'm going to say Hot Wheels.
Nah.
Sorry,
Not what
I
I'm
let you all
looking
down.
for.
Is that your answer, Yeehaw? Is it Circus SMA? Is that
Nah.
it?
No, it's
71.
pretty obscure. It's pretty obscure, but I mean, it's. I thought it was more of an 80s thing, actually, but no.
71, you're saying?
1971, yeah.
71.
Yeah.
This is what I look like
No.
when the cogs are turning.
Yeah.
Soldiers.
Alrighty.
What is
We'll,
it, Scott?
we'll settle for a draw. It's not soldiers. Now we're going to have to settle for a draw, unfortunately. It is Weebles.
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 What's
Yeah.
a Weeble?
I don't know.
Oh.
I wasn't
Check
alive in
out
71.
Scuba Pete. Yeah, he's got Weebles.
Are you
They're
familiar
actually
with
weebles and they paint them and they call them weebles.
Yeah.
I thought if I got Weebles, I'd have to get some ointment.
Yeah.
Sounds like an infection.
Alrighty. Well, guys, there you go. We're going to have to
That's a
settle for a
draw.
draw.
Thank you, Scott. Awesome.
A Weeble.
Stephen, I have no friggin' idea what a Weeble was. I wasn't around in 71, but apparently they were a big deal.
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah, you're going to have to Google that one.
I'm going to Google it.
There you go. Super John has them. And I know Scuba Pete's got some as well. He was showing us today. So, yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Weeble. All
Thanks,
right,
guys.
Scott. Should we do your duck race for your giveaway?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's do it.
Well, it's on. I'll get another drink.
That's on.
Cheers.
And Chrome and duck race. Share.
Oh,
All
cold
righty.
coffee.
Some vodka here.
All right. We've got 17. I've gone through the chat and I think I've got everyone. I'm not sure if Mitch wanted to be in this one. Actually, I've just left Mitch in there from the last one. So, yeah, I
Oh,
was around.
we'll
We've left
leave him
Mitch
in
in there. All righty.
I'm thinking he might have gone to sleep, but anyway, we'll leave him in there.
You can give him the good news if he wins.
Well, look,
All right.
whoever wins this
See how
has
it
to
goes.
pick. Whoever wins this, Matt, has to pick their prize. So if someone's not here to pick, then it'll go to the next person. So
True. All righty. So you go 3, 2, 1, and go. They go. They're off.
Go.
Ed 5 is in front with his crown. That's quite fitting, actually. That Ed 5's got his crown on. Welcome, Daniel. Oh, Jules, but that's always
Andrew,
good.
no commentary now. What's going on?
No, I know what's going on. Come on, Andrew.
Hey guys, Mill's in front, Ed 5's in. Monique's coming up. Monique. It's Monique.
Oh, the
And the Taylors are in front. They've got 20 seconds left. The Taylors have got the lead.
Come on.
Last to leave is making it up. Oh, the Taylors are faded. Ed 5, he's gained the lead again. He's starting to fade too. Last to leave. Yeehaw. We've
Yeehaws.
got 9 seconds left.
Oh, Jules coming up the back there.
Jewel, come on. It's the PGM's coming up in the last
yeah.
one. PGM.
Got it.
There we go.
What a legend. And second was my bro. So there you go. Mr. Peter Gordon McKinnon, you are the winner of that race. So just let us know,
Let us know what you want, Pete.
what you would like out of Scott's gift pack. And you can contact us through Instagram, Pete, and let us know your address as well. Actually, I've got your address. So that's all good. Just let us know what you want.
It's New Zealand. That's all it is.
He's a Kiwi, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually it's probably cheaper to send stuff to New Zealand than it is to send it to Ryan.
Yeah.
Go figure that.
Seriously, yeah.
Bloody
Those are
crazy.
Western Australia is more from the east coast of Australia. It's more expensive to send to Western Australia than New Zealand.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Oh, there you go. Mitch hasn't gone to sleep. He's still hanging in there, Scott.
Oh,
Hehe.
it's well past Mitch's bedtime now, so he's doing more to hang in there.
Yeah.
Is
Thank
Pete
you very
still
much,
there?
Mike.
That's all right.
We
That'll be
appreciate
another
you
show.
popping in and
Yeah,
saying
thanks
hi.
heaps. Thanks heaps for joining us, Mike. We appreciate it, mate.
I
It
do
was
wish I
great,
had a
great to
little
talk to you.
red and white hat. Thank you for having me on, and thank you
We
everyone
had
in the
some
chat
technical
saying hello.
issues.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. And,
I
and
can see my-
I-
Look, I can see my reflection on the screen.
oh, yeah,
behind
you
me.
got something going on in the back there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an eternity
It's an
screen
inception.
going on.
Yeah.
It looks like Lobot in the background.
It does. How about that? Unreal.
Well, have a happy Christmas, Mike, to all you and your family.
Thank you. And to
And,
all
have
you
a happy
too.
New Year.
Have a Merry
And we'll,
Christmas. Happy New Year, all yous. Hopefully see you before the New Year. If you do another one of these streams soon, I'll love to join again. But I'll watch the next
in
one.
the
if
new,
I'm
I think
not.
we're in the new year. We're gonna get you in
We might
and
do a New Year's one, or
yeah.
But I think that was the last time I did a live stream was New Year's, and I got some
Yeah.
tape ready to go, and I was like, I'm going to do the fireworks, and the footage that I showed was like 12 minutes behind. So the fireworks are going on outside, bang, 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 and my stream was showing the fireworks like late, and I'm like, hurry up, and everyone's laughing. At me. I was like, oh, such a failure! I got these good fireworks. You know, it was one of them security cameras set up on Sydney Harbour, so I can steal the footage without getting a flag. And then it was so far behind, it wasn't funny. No wonder it was free. Things you do for production. It's like, oh, get the fireworks here. Terrible.
didn't work.
Thank you again, Mike.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Bye,
mate.
everybody.
Great
Bye.
having a chat.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah. That's excellent. Why am I big again?
Hey Pete, are you still there, mate? You have to let us know what you want, and I'll get it because Matt's already got your address. I'll get it sent straight off to you. So let us know because I want to get that off before Christmas, so it's not taking too long to get to you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we're going to have a couple more guests hopefully joining us soon. I'm sorry that we're running probably about 15 minutes late, but I actually did forget, Scott, that we had a bit of a quiz going on. So yay, good on me. I'm running it really well.
Hey Ryan, how much did that Toxic Crusaders set you back all up? The vehicles, that would have been expensive, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. No. It was something I've been looking at for a while, and he kind of reduced the price quite a bit. And then I just made a plunge, and
What?
As I said, I got some of the doubles, so I made a bit of money back through through the doubles. Yeah,
because some of them I don't even remember ever seeing. Those sort of things wouldn't have come out.
I don't think I've ever seen them in Australia.
Yeah.
Like I know Scott got the hideous hovercraft, but it didn't have all the
Yeah, I didn't know you were. I didn't know you were going after the Toxic Crusaders that much. I mean, that was like a full line in that
Oh,
video you
yeah.
showed today almost.
Yeah, pretty much. It was his personal collection, and he was selling it as an instant collection or a full set. The only one that he'd already sold was the Tacopter, but I already had that. So
if you're moving any of them on, like if you got doubles and you're moving them on, let us know. Because you know, I've only got a couple that I need to complete the line, but there's definitely a couple of figures I need. So
just let me know, and more than happy to help out.
So is that all of them, Ryan?
Yeah, pretty much got all of them now, which is cool.
We should do a video with them all lined up, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do like I'm working on wanting to do like a room tour at some point. So once it's all set up, I've got quite a few of them already set up behind me here.
Yeah,
and that's
you can't do a room tour. You got to fly Scott over. Scott does the room tour.
No.
I'll pay for you to come over, Scott, and then
I just want to show Pete real quick again what the options are. So Pete, 3 options, mate. You let me know what you like, whatever you want. I'll get it off to you. First option is an Australian Daybill vintage cinema poster. Can you guys see that or not really?
Wait,
can you?
Yeah, we can. Yeah,
there you go.
So Pete, that's like a Aussie Daybill like cinema release poster for The Secret of the Ooze. That's my version on the frame in a wall, but I've got like a fresh one here packed up and ready to go, but it's that same poster. Otherwise, if you're into Mighty Max, I've got a Mighty Max, vintage Mighty Max complete Mighty Max Sting Scorpion Doom Zone with all the minifigures in there. Otherwise, if you're into a bit of vintage Kenner Real Ghostbusters, I've got a Peter Venkman with his little ghost. So the figure with his little ghost with his proton wand and proton stream. No pack, but almost all the way there. So bit of variety there, mate. You let me know what you want, and I will get that sent straight off to you.
There you go.
Mitch, I'm not going to do a shoey. I'm not wearing shoes. Unfortunately. And
see you later, Rudy. If you're still there, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Later, Rudy. I need to do a wee at some stage as well.
What do you want to do?
Hey, how about you do a wee?
I guess. I've never actually heard anyone say they're going to do a wee in a live stream, but go for it.
I didn't mean to put that out there, but
that's why they call it streaming. See?
Oh my goodness.
Go and do it, Scott. We've got our guests in the green room ready to go. So when you come back, we'll get them on.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Well, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go.
All right, hang on.
Sorry, Phil. Sorry, Zazel. We'll get Scott back.
Get there.
When Scott comes back, I'll tell you. But I picked up some of these Avatar ones. So that's the crab. The crab suit. Yeah, they're really not good. Those ones, yeah. It's a heavy.
Is that from EB Games?
No, from JB.
Ah, cool.
From the new film Woker's Water.
As well.
And so they've got the different. Put that down there. Well, this is the skim wing. The size of this thing.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, this is massive. They it's in the back there. The figure fix on them.
That's great.
Oh,
yeah, much bigger than what the Mattel ones were, of course. But
are you going to open those up as well, Andrew?
Yeah, I'll have them those displayed. Yeah. I'll do a video. I was saying, Matt, I'll do a video with them, with the Mattel ones. So compare the Yamp suits and things like that.
That'd be good. There you go, Scott. By the way, Pete wants the poster.
Pete. That is coming your way, my friend.
All right. We'll get our next guest on. Sitting there waiting very patiently. We really apologise for that. We're a little bit late, but these things just happen. Sorry. We've had Phil on before for Treasures with Trigger over there in Japan. It's always great to have to watch Phil's videos. It's always entertaining to see life in Japan, and also his toys and his toy collection. Very eclectic collection that Phil's got, and it's always a pleasure to have him on our channel on the Collector's Pack. And Zazel from Sarge and Slaughterhouse. I've been looking forward to getting Zazel on for a long time and getting on and having a chat with him. So obviously the name, if you don't know wrestling, Sergeant Slaughter. Well, I'm not going to go on about Sergeant Slaughter, but yes, one-time wrestler, G.I. Joe figure, but just an all-time legend as well. So let's bring Zazel on, and we'll bring on Phil. And it's gonna be hard. We'll make Zazel big first. There you go, Zazel.
Merry Christmas, guys! Merry Christmas, everybody!
Happy Christmas, Zazel and Phil.
Here you go, Phil.
Got my Aussie Highness here.
Cheers,
Thank
buddy.
you for waiting patiently.
Wow, look at
Thanks
this!
for having us
Look
on.
at this! Hanging out with the entire crew, my good friend Phil. This is like walking into a vintage toy store and finding the complete mint set of something awesome. That's brilliant.
for
Thanks for
everyone.
having me on, guys.
So cool.
It's a pleasure to have you on, Zazel. And welcome back again, Phil.
It's been a good show so far, boys. I've been enjoying a few beers watching it, and
Oh, good.
good to be on. Yeah.
Feel that collection's getting bigger there, mate.
Yeah, it's coming along. Yeah. My daughter had a good go at it a couple of weeks ago, tried to destroy it on a live stream, but I picked up the pieces.
I'm glad to see it's still
yeah.
upright, Phil.
It's still upright for the time being. So yeah.
My missus, we watched the Twizzler challenge the other day. My missus says, we need to get to Japan. And I went, yeah, I'd love to go to Japan. And you can meet your mate there. I'd love to meet his wife and his daughter. They look like fun.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
No
That's what
excuses,
they are.
mate. No excuses. Yeah.
No excuses.
I'll
That's
meet you
right,
there.
exactly.
Just
So
don't
they-
come now. It's bloody cold at the moment. I can
No.
see you guys sitting there with your t-shirts on. Andrew's got his Hawaiian shirt on, and
Yeah,
I'm
but it's
here
cold
with my
down here as well. It must have been
Is
like
it?
10 degrees down here the other day.
Well, look, in full Aussie Christmas tradition, I'm just wearing a shirt. I'm not wearing any pants. If I have to stand up to get anything, just be warned.
Could get real.
The hairy wrestler comes out.
Is that what you call it?
One way of putting it, yeah. It's a whole new meaning to a Cobra clutch, I'll tell you. Let's not turn this too blue. Release the squeeze.
It's
What's
after 11. It's after 11 here in Sydney, so we're outside of. The kids are gone to bed now. We can get a bit loose. So
We're into the R-rated stuff. Yeah.
that's right.
That's exactly right. See you later, Peter. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Pete.
It's a bit
See you,
late in New Zealand, but we appreciate you joining us.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
and Phil are old men, so we're lucky to even be awake right now. Hey, Phil.
Well, I had about 4 hours sleep. I watched the soccer final last night, so
Ooh.
I got about 2 hours. I got about 2 hours sleep before the game, and then 2 hours sleep after the game. So I'm running on fuels at the moment. So, but it's all good. Ryan,
good on you, mate.
I got this today.
Oh,
buddy.
you got it. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
just
so good.
the toy guide we're watching. So
Yep.
looking forward to it.
Prize giveaway.
Man, it is well taped up, my friend. I've
Thank
never
you.
seen so much tape wrapped around the box. So if
Well, just
anyone
wanted
wins
to
the
make sure it
prize,
got there
it's
safely,
working.
So
Yeah,
the drugs couldn't get into it, you see. So they wrapped it up really well.
We're out.
That's the one. Yeah.
I'm glad you got
But
it.
yeah,
mate.
cheers for that, mate.
No,
Looking forward to
anytime.
opening it.
It was a good game, wasn't it, in the end?
Yeah,
Stay-
that was cool.
Wait till
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
Did you watch it, Zazel? Did you watch the World Cup?
I watched it vicariously through Phil's posts. He kept me up to date. I didn't have to have sleepless nights because he was posting every single winner. He was announcing because he had a sweepstakes. Brilliant game that he had going on. And that was probably the most invested in a sport that I've ever been in since today with the Ducks. But before that, it was all Phil's channel and his sweepstakes. I don't really care about sports at all, but I love Phil, so I wanted to show some support for Phil, and I jumped in there. And that's probably the most enthusiastic I'd been for football/soccer, depending on where you are in the world. And my team was, I should know this.
Iran.
They didn't. What was it? Iran.
You just know it.
Iran, yeah.
Yeah. So Phil knows his stuff. I don't know anything about sport.
Bahamas, Brazil.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was sure I was going to return a gift to you, Ryan. I was dead sure that
come on, Brazil.
Yeah.
I wanted to come third so I could go to Japan and meet you, Phil, and pick up my gift, whatever that was going
What
to be.
a great third prize that was. A sleepover at Phil's house.
That would have been awesome.
All expenses
on your expense.
How is that?
Money well spent, though.
Yeah, how is a sleepover at Phil's third prize? That should be first, surely.
Yeah, wow. There you go. Yeah. So Kelly, the Slaughter daughter, ended up being the grand champion. So we should have seen that coming, that she'd come and kick all of our asses. So
I think that if she did lose, though, she still would have won somehow. Right?
Exactly.
She would have presence about it. No, I didn't lose. I've won somehow. Yeah.
How did you two meet, Zazel, Phil?
He offered me a sleepover once at my expense.
I love a good sleepover. Yeah.
Oh,
a pajama party. Yeah.
And my pajamas are a little bit revealing, but go for it, Phil. I'll stop talking about my revealing.
I think it was a video that I must have posted. Like I'm newer to YouTube than Zazel is, and I can't remember exactly what video it was. I think it probably was a G.I. Joe video, and then Zazel was honestly the first person that commented on one of my videos apart from a family member. So I was like,
there you go.
Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this Sergeant Slaughtered fella? Like I was picturing some guy from the southern states of America or something, and it turns out to be an Australian from Brisbane. So
That's right. So
nice.
It was either a G.I. Joe one or it was a wrestling one. One of those two for sure.
Right.
But,
the wrestling ones is how I discovered Phil, the Hasbros.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I can't.
The Hasbro connection.
I've watched so many since then, Phil, that it's hard to remember which is your first. Which sounds bad when I say it that way. But the good thing about Phil's channel is not just the action figure stuff, though. It's his tour of Japan, his insightful walks and bike rides and train rides, and that's just going to work. Great entertainment. I love it. It's much better than my commute to work, and a lot less full of bogans. So.
Yeah, I liked your comment, Zazel, where you're like, this kind of motivates me to do a commute video of my own, but it would just be a train full of bogans.
Yeah, I wouldn't be wrong. He also did one where he was walking around and doing it, but I think mine would be I'll walk for a few steps, catch my breath, apologize to the camera for sweating profusely, and then trying to continue, call an Uber and try to get back home again.
Yeah. Not a lovely window into Japan like Phil's.
What was that? Phil's a good. Okay, there you go. There's a question.
Is this your brother?
Question for you there.
Yeah, that's my brother. Are Hot Wheels big in Japan? Is there a big?
I've seen them in second-hand shops. Yeah, I wouldn't say that they're massive, but
not at supermarkets like we have here.
No, not that common. But I have seen one or two around. Yeah. My favorite collection.
Yeah.
Ooh. Did you get the photos, Matt?
I did. They're ready to go. Yeah.
Because one of the photos probably will show what my favorite figure line is, which I always associate with Christmas. It's Masters of the Universe. It's my number one line of toys. they're the first figures that I remember having as a 3 or 4 year old. And that photo that I sent you, I've got a whole bunch of. It's a pretty dark photo, but you can see, there's a bunch of Motu figures under the tree. So, that would be my favorite.
That's probably a good lead in, actually. Let's get some of these photos rocket and rolling, shall we?
Yeah,
get them up there.
Yeah, get them up there.
On the screen there.
What we're doing is we're going to. You think I would be good at this? Here we go. I'm getting better.
It's been a long evening.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness! All right,
that's the first one.
Straight
Talk us through this one, Phil. Who are you?
Well, I'm not Santa, that's for sure.
You're the baby.
So Santa, that's actually my old man. He used to run youth groups.
Well,
yeah. He used to run youth groups back in the day. So that's me on his lap. So that's that's slightly predating my Motu craze. So
yep,
I'm probably.
But yeah, the magpie shirt.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Is this taken in New Zealand?
Yeah. That's Nelson in New Zealand. So we've got an imposter there from Australia.
Oh, that explains it. All right. Here we go. Here's your next one, Phil.
All right. So that's me and my younger brother. So again, this is probably predating action figures. So we're probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old here.
Got some toys in. There's a couple of Smurf.
Yeah, bit of Smurf action, and that thick carpet that you guys were talking about earlier, like
yes,
looks like snow, like brilliant.
There's a car in the background. Is that a Transformer?
Good question.
Like Sunstreaker or something.
I'm not sure. It might be just a pullback. Yeah, random.
A random one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a bit dark.
This is the Motu one, so you'd have to zoom in a bit there.
Yeah, okay.
So can you make out sort of just behind me? There's a skeletal. It was either the talcum powder or the bath soap stuff.
Shampoo?
Yeah.
Is it like a shampoo?
Yeah. Those things are bloody expensive now. So I think there's a skeletal one there. There's a He-Man there on the left side.
Yeah, there.
I can see that.
And then next to him, I think that's He-Man on Battle Cat.
Yeah.
And I think there's another Skeletor there next to the talcum powder, whatever it is, riding one of those knockoff. Looks like that's a knockoff. One of the knockoff horses or whatever.
Like Stridor or.
Yeah. I don't think it's Stridor, but maybe a sort of a cheaper Stridor version. So yeah. Motu definitely reminds me the most about Christmas presents and stuff. So, I'm probably, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years old in that photo.
Have you still got them, Phil, or are they gone?
No, I hate my parents for chucking all of my stuff out. We moved so many times as kids. Like, my parents were both high school teachers, so we moved around a lot, and they were victims of garage sales and things like that. So I have nothing at all from when I was a kid. So
you don't have that hat, Phil. It might almost fit your head now.
I need to get it to add it to the collection. Yeah. So that's just a couple of Christmas snaps from New Zealand.
They're good.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to organise.
Orlando.
I'm trying to organise Zazel's now because I've done what I think when they went through Instagram. I've saved them instead of making them big and saving them, so they're tiny. So I'm just going to go back into Instagram and just resave them.
Resave them.
So Phil, the other vintage lines that you collect nowadays, the Transformers, the WWF Hasbros, the Turtles, the Dino Riders, like, did you have them as a kid as well, or are they more things that you kind of appreciate now, or your friends had, or you wanted but didn't get, or?
Oh no, I did have all of those as a kid. Yeah, I kind of I didn't have G.I. Joe all the way through. Like I I would be just obsessed with the toy line for say 1 year, and then I'd jump to something else, and then something else again. So I had a whole range of stuff.
Yeah, my experience was similar. I mean, it's you hear stories of like some kids that were into Star Wars the whole way through, or wrestling the whole way through, and nothing but that. I definitely bounced around a bit. I remember playing with like Matchbox Ring Raiders for about 5 minutes. Crash test. I mean, it was Crash Test Dummies for probably a couple of months. I mean, wrestling figures were probably the ones that stuck most with me. The Hasbros I played with for a good 2 or 3 years. And wrestling, I followed wrestling for a good sort of 4 or 5 years of my childhood. But the other ones were just more fleeting,
Yeah, wrestling for me too. That was the longest running one for me. That was the LJN figures. So yeah, I had a lot of those probably over 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
Something behind you.
Sort yourself out, Matt.
He's just like, oh, what's going on there?
We'll get
that magic square.
Bloody hell! We're having a shocker. Well, this one. Look at this. Here we go. Here's Xazyl's first picture.
Oh my gosh!
This is definitely. Is this like your impersonation of Sergeant Slaughter, Zazel?
I'm giving it a good go. So what we're looking at here is, so I could never find Sergeant Slaughter ever when I was a kid. Always on the lookout, but never ever got to find one. Well, that's not entirely true. I did see a Slaughter's Marauders version of Sergeant Slaughter, but I was like, it's not the version I want. I want, like the Triple T version or whatever. Not knowing as a kid that, toys have a shelf life and then not always going to come back around again. So I didn't understand that. I didn't realize that was my best option to get one, and so I left it behind. But here I've got my dad's hat on, my mum's sunglasses, and I'm almost certain I'm wearing my mum's tank top too. And mate, it's showing off my muscles at least. I've never looked so good before in my life. I don't think I've ever had a tan that good in my life either. That was in the Northern Territory, so all there was dirt and sun. So I had that look is probably me trying to spit dirt out of my mouth. But that whole setup.
You also had very solid facial hair already at that stage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I shaved that morning. So, I'm typing on what I believe is a master system. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain I'm typing on a master system, pretending it's a computer. And the idea was that if I couldn't find a Sergeant Slaughter, I would be Sergeant Slaughter. And so what I would do is I would come up with the mission as Sarge, and then I'd grab all the Joes I want for that mission, and then go outside and play my game. And
that is so cool.
Yeah.
It's a good imagination.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Did you have brothers?
I did, yeah. Older brother named Todd and a younger brother named Adam. And there's actually a photo I've shown before where they're also dressed up as different G.I. Joe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
my
was
older
there
brother dressed up as Quick Kick, which was the laziest of lazy dress-ups. It was basically dressed down. And then my younger brother was Snake Eyes, which took a little bit more effort.
Sure.
Yeah.
Was there a ringleader who thought of a lot of the games, or you were all together thinking of the games?
It depends if we're all getting along that day. So if you're getting along, then you can play nicely, and it just sort of works organically. If you're not, well, then someone will throw a spanner in the works, and then just ruins it for everyone else.
There's a fight.
Yeah, it can be.
All right. Oh, look at this.
So this was the only other photo I could find from Christmas. I did have some more with Transformers. I couldn't find it. But what we're looking at here is, so I got, we must have been getting along this day. So I got the Castle Grayskull. My brother got Snake Mountain. And what we're doing is we're playing with the Care Bear cousins in the Masters of the Universe. And we would do that quite often. We would do that well into our collecting days, where we would mix and match scales. We didn't care. We're just like, if it looked cool, it's playing in it. And we're that's what we're doing here. So my brother is on the left there, and I'm on the right.
Yep. Okay.
So I had much blonder hair back in those days, and I'm wearing what I'm wearing now, except I don't have a t-shirt on. So basically, just underwear.
The old Y fronts.
That's it. Yeah. Probably had He-Man or Mr. T on them.
Have you still got them, Zazel? Have they gone?
The underwear or the Masters of the Universe?
Masters of the Universe.
I don't have any of my childhood collection either. I don't know what happened to it actually. So it just sort of just went. It wasn't really sold. It wasn't really given away. It just wasn't there one day.
Okay.
Yeah,
wasn't there a garage sale or anything that you can remember?
There was. I saw none of the profits, so it was just gone. But another thing is though, we used to play with our toys. Like we used to play the hell out of our toys. So a lot of them would just get played to until they were played to death. And sometimes you hear people say, "Oh, I bought a toy. And I didn't want to touch it. Didn't want to play with it," and that's fine. But for me, the value is more in the memories that my brothers and I created playing with our toys, as opposed to having them on the shelf and then not really touching them. So I'm happy that they all went, so long as they left behind some memories, which they did. So yeah, it's all good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. You sound like you guys played a lot similar to the way we used to play. Except we did. There was not too many fights. We must have got on a little bit better than what you guys got on. But yeah, I was a bit of the ringleader, and we loved our. We were lucky enough to have a Sarge and his Triple T, and I was absolutely happy by that because I used to love the wrestling as well. So he, when I tried to reenact wrestling, I can't even see myself up here. I'm going to put Ryan up there. You're up there, Ryan. I couldn't even. We always, imagined. I'd always grab Sarge and all the other Star Wars figures. They would just become someone else in the wrestling, and chuck them on a square pillow. That was a wrestling ring. Sarge was the legend. Yeah, we loved our Sergeant and the Triple T. It was.
I didn't have one when I was a kid, but I've got over 400 of them now, and I'm on my way to get 777. I don't know what happens after that. I guess if I get 778, I just got to ditch one. No, it's 777, and that's it. But playing behind me is a little thing that I do called, you can't really tell, but I create a little animation thing with my action figures called the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship, which is basically me as a grown man playing with my toys and filming it so it doesn't seem so weird. I don't know. Is that weirder? Is it weirder that I film it? I don't know. But I got the real Sergeant Flores to do a voice for me. He got he does a voice for it. Phil did a voice for it. A lot of my friends jump in there and do a voice for the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship.
So cool. Yeah,
and I got to tell you, it was absolutely mind blowing when Sarge did he does like a live action intro to it. Yeah. And just like the old days with the G.I. Joe commercials and stuff, and being what I would consider the world's biggest Sergeant Slaughter fan, fight me if you think it's otherwise, having him do a live action intro like the old days, it just blows my mind. Blows my mind. If it just blows my mind, that's fine. But it's a little bit of fun.
Well, it's more than a little bit of fun, mate. I mean, I was incredibly impressed with that. I mean, like I mentioned in a comment, like just the storytelling, the production, just everything that goes into it. I mean, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was awesome. I can't wait for the next one.
It takes a while to do, but it might be a little while.
I can imagine.
They're getting better and better.
It's like stop motion. You're kind of doing stop motion.
Kind of. I try not to because I'm not very good at it. Like people who can do stop motion have the they have the capacity for it, the patience for it. I love good stop motion, but I don't have that kind of patience, and I can't do it very well. Lighting needs to be really consistent for when you're doing stop motion. So I just pretty much puppeteer them. Like, pretty much like this, but, my hands are off camera and they'll just sort of do their own thing. Oh, this is Sarge just pointing to himself. It's no big deal. But yeah, I sort of do that just on camera. Everything is on camera. Sometimes I'll cheat a little and loop some of that.
Yeah.
Which I guess you could consider stop motion, but not really. I wouldn't claim it to be stop motion. They're honest to God legends. The people that can do it, very skilled. Me, not so much. I'm literally just playing with my toys and filming it. Again, that sounds weird when I say it like that.
No. We all play differently now. Like, we can't get on the ground. Like, if I could sit on the ground and play with action figures like I did when I was 10 or even younger, I would, but we just can't do that anymore. And,
I wouldn't be able to get back up.
No, that's it. Do some kind of roll and then get something, prop myself back up.
Find something to grab onto. Pull yourself up.
Well, that's why I invited people like Phil and Kelly and Ken and all the other guys. I invited them along because it's kind of like having your friends over and playing, you know, and it feels less like a solo adventure that way. So it's good to have these guys on board.
Well, there you go. It's apparently only weird if you filmed it in those undies.
Sometimes I did.
But mate, all your guest voice actors, contributors did an awesome job as well. Like I thought it, you know, I found myself kind of not thinking, oh, hang on, that voice sounds familiar, and putting it here. I found myself really just enjoying the story, and it wasn't until later that I actually picked up a lot of the voices. You know what I mean? When I saw the credits.
You would not. So Phil does a character. He does the voice of Andre the Giant, and he sent me a list of different voices, and some of them were. I put a super compilation of them together. I don't know. I pulled a miracle out because some of them were
post production.
But they all made me laugh though.
Can you do it now, Phil?
No.
He doesn't sound like that.
Maybe Zazel will release the cuts thread, perhaps. I don't know. I hope not.
The director's cut.
Yeah.
That's good. How Zazel, how did you meet? Sorry, I know I've always been interested and never had the time to ask you because it's always been on live streams. But how did you meet Sergeant Slaughter? Because I understand I've adored strange enough, I've adored Jennifer Runyon ever since I was a little kid. Finally got the chance to meet her, and now I guess we're not as close, I guess, as you and Sarge, but I feel a friendship there now.
Yeah.
But you, it's amazing.
Yeah. Even if I do say so myself, he thinks we're 99% best friends.
Yeah.
But I get a little bit of wiggle room. So I guess it kind of helps that I have a unique sort of name. It sort of stands out. So the first time, because the pandemic was pretty bad when it originally hit our shores, and worldwide, globally. Hey, G-Force Racing 20, good to see you, buddy. So when the pandemic happened, it was obviously detrimental, but there was a benefit. And the benefit was that they opened up things like live signings over the internet. So instead of going to conventions and stuff, you were now able to do it from the comfort of your own home. And so they opened it up worldwide, not just for America. They opened it up worldwide. So now people like me could interact with our heroes, superstars.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this particular day, I woke up in the morning, and then I saw Ted DiBiase had canceled. We now have Sergeant Slaughter as our live person. And I was like, oh my God, I got to get in on this, right? So my eyes were really tired. So I was like, all right, I'll just put my shades on. Because it was going to be a face-to-face thing. I said, I'll put my shades on, and he won't know I'm tired. He'll just think that I'm doing a thing, right? Because we're both wearing shades, right? And then partway through, we're talking. I introduced myself. We're talking, and then he goes, oh, I'm sorry that, Ted DiBiase couldn't be here, but I guess I make for a good substitute. And I didn't have the heart to say, well, I wasn't here for Ted DiBiase. I was here for Sergeant Slaughter. So I just said, oh, that's okay. But then because of that, he then started doing some more. Some of them were just, signing live. You weren't face-to-face. But he recognized my voice on a second one. Oh, not my voice, my name on a second one. And he looked at it and goes, oh, I know this guy. And then after that, he signed some more stuff. We got talking on Twitter. And then, I think the first time he was ever on my channel was because Kelly surprised us all with him in the background, sort of just jumped in, and and then we've been best friends ever since.
That's it.
And then hopefully by June of next year, I'll be able to meet him face to face as I head over to Joe Fest.
How's that going?
Well, the GoFundMe is now over the halfway mark, so I'm gonna do a wheel spin and get some prizes out to some people. We had a pretty fun and successful first wheel spin, and prizes were all sent out. All my friends, including Phil, had offered prizes to be sent from anywhere in the world because, as at that time, things were very difficult to post out and very expensive, even though they are still expensive now. But it was almost impossible to get anything to America. And so friends were like, you know what, I'll put my hand up and say I've got a prize, someone local wins something. So, but yeah, over halfway mark now and going strong.
When is it? June?
June, yeah.
Excellent. Yes.
Plenty of time. I'll make it.
You will. It's full of positivity. I understand what it'd be like to meet your hero, to actually meet someone that you don't love, but maybe you do. I don't know, but in a different
maybe a little. I might need his bodyguard to remove us after I latch on for a hug.
How old is he now, Zazel?
I wouldn't hesitate. He looks as good now as he ever has, in my opinion. I'm not sure of his exact age. I would hate to even ask. He looks great though. It looks better than me. But that's not hard.
I find it fascinating that you want to do one of those. What does Kelly do? The
Spartan races.
Yeah.
Well, she does the Spartan race, and she wants to put me through the training that they do before the Spartan races. She said that unfortunately there wasn't a Spartan race happening at that time, and I'm like, oh well, that's unfortunate. I guess I'll miss it.
So sad.
But she later on said, no, we'll do the workout stuff. I'll put you through the ringer. So, and that's before we even get to Joe Fest. So I don't know. Maybe I won't make it. We'll have to wait. She wants to record all of it. So maybe rolling on in. But it's still. I think it's going to be painful, but still fun. Yeah, and I'll record it or live stream as much as I can while I still have consciousness. It's going to be tough.
Is that something, Phil, that you want to get to as well? Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Phil, is that something that you'd like to get to as well one day, like a Joe Fest?
I'd like, because it sounds like there's going to be a whole bunch of people going next year, right, Zazel? Like, not just Zazel, but other YouTubers as well. I think are all going to go and congregate. So I'd love to go, but it's not doable for me next year. So who knows, maybe 2024, 2025. It sounds like a pretty cool event. So
we'll bring Joe Fest to you, Phil.
No Fest?
We'll bring Joe Fest to you.
I'll bring it to me.
Yeah.
I'll run my own Japan Fest or something. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Sarge can come over here.
Perfect. Well, he's wrestled over there. He told us some amazing stories, didn't he, Phil, about wrestling in Japan?
Yeah, well, he on your channel, he's had a few great stories about coming to Japan and eating monkeys' brains and all sorts of things, like with the Japanese mafia over here. So he's got a few interesting tales to tell about his time in Japan. So he must have
if we
come
go
over
to
here.
Phil and he doesn't offer us monkey brain, then is he a good host?
I guarantee monkey brain. 100% guarantee. Yep.
Phil, have you eaten monkey brain yet? I mean, you've been in Japan for a while now.
Hey, Chevy.
I've never had the pleasure. No, Sarge is the first I've ever heard talk about. I thought he was talking about China or something, but no, apparently it was Japan. I've never heard anyone speak about eating monkey's brain in Japan before. So he obviously went to a very exclusive restaurant. Yeah.
So Zazel, sorry, man. I was going to ask, is it like having that kind of childhood connection that you do with the Sarge? Is it still surreal? Like, I mean, or is it? Or
if
do you have
it
that
ever
kind of...
becomes normalized, I will be very disappointed in myself. It is always mind blowing. It always fills me with childhood joy. You know, I don't ever take it for granted. It's never not giving me butterflies. You know, it's I don't know. I mean, if I could tell my childhood self that I would be interacting, and the internet, and I've said this before, the internet's full of garbage, but it's been able to open up a lot of this stuff, you know, talking to people, you know, whether it be across Australia or across the globe, over to where Phil is, you know, being able to open up that type of communication. My childhood self would never believe it. And there's a part of me that still doesn't believe it. You know, the fact that it's coming up to Joe Fest in 6 months, I was like, I can't believe it. I'm going to meet Sergeant Slaughter, the real life G.I. Joe, head to toe Sergeant Slaughter. And then it's like, I've had conversations with Sergeant Slaughter. I've spent time on my channel with Sarge, and yet at the same time, I've got this in front of me too. It's like, how would you get used to that? You can't get used to that.
No.
Yeah.
It'd be disappointing if I do, but I don't think it'll ever happen.
He's such a unique character in that I like G.I. Joe was never something that I was into as a kid, yet I've still got a ton of Sergeant Slaughter memories from my childhood, purely from the world of wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the way he transcended those worlds it's hard to draw a comparison to someone else, isn't it?
It's difficult. He has been in just about every pop culture thing that I was into, right? So he was in a Transformers comic, so he crossed over with the Transformers with G.I. Joe. He's got he appeared with Super Mario, so he's been in that. He's recently got a Motu figure, so he crosses over with He-Man. He had one of those little wrestling thingies, you know, remember the muscles? He has a little muscle figure as well from the wrestling line.
Wow.
He just sort of is able to fit into anything, kind of like Deadpool fits into everything. The Sarge also does as well. Yeah. At least he does to me. Maybe other people are going, this does not work for Motu. It works for me.
That's it.
But I mean, yeah, then Matt picked up the Sarge Masters of the WWE universe. So, you know, there's that point of contact as well. And then within the world of wrestling, there was various incarnations of him. There was the heel, you know, there was the crowd favorite. So, I mean, he's really done it all.
Well, he started off as a heel. It was not until he went up against the Iron Sheik and stood up and did the Pledge of Allegiance that the crowd pretty much, as Sarge says, you know, instantly turned and made him from heel to hero overnight, or even that same minute, it went from heel to hero, and then he went and ruined it all by becoming the Iraqi sympathizer, which I didn't appreciate at the time, but having spent some time listening to what happened behind the scenes, I sort of come to appreciate that part of it just a little bit more.
For sure.
He's just such a down to earth. He's such a down to earth dude as well. Like, you know, all of the fame and stuff hasn't gone to his head, and he happily answers questions from the chats and all sorts of things. So he's just like the guy next door almost. He's just so personable.
For sure.
Yeah.
And Dan Ed5 mentioned in the chat that he's 74. I mean, that's wild to me.
I can't believe it. There's no way he's that old.
I know. After the most recent stream that you guys were on with Sarge, I was chatting with Matt. Like, it's just remarkable that the guy's 74. Like,
looks good for his age. Far out.
And
I can't imagine I would be able to string even a single sentence together at 74. I can barely do it now.
Not at all. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's the occasional technological gaffe, but I mean, to be honest, we all have our fair share of those now. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You might struggle to put sentences together when you meet him, Xazyl.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah, I imagine so.
Just have Kelly there; she'll help you out.
How many action figures you got of him?
The last time, and this is just the GI Joe, so I haven't added these ones, and I can't tell if I should add this as 2 Sarges or 1 because it came as a single. But I'm going to count that as 2. But just for the GI Joe, so the Warthog Sergeant Slaughter, the Triple T Sergeant Slaughter, the Slaughter's Marauders, and the Mail Away, just those ones, I've got over 400. The exact count, I'm not sure. I've since added more in the collection. Like I've got some here that are still in bubble wrap that I haven't unwrapped yet. But I think I definitely need to do a recount because I haven't added the Action Force Sarge to that count yet. I haven't added the Classified Sarge. I haven't added the Mattel ones that came out recently. Yeah, so I mean, it could be closer to 500 now for all I know.
Is there one special one that you're going to get him to sign or something like that? Is there one on card you can?
Well, actually, so originally I thought that I would take with me my 2006 convention Sergeant Slaughter, which was the last O-ring style Sarge that they did. But Kelly did a wonderful thing. We did a live stream, must have been earlier this year, and time's gone by so quick, it's hard to keep up, right? But we did a live stream, me, Sarge, and Kelly had sent me this huge box, and in it was T-shirts and snacks and stuff from the US. And as I start diving deeper into this box, I'm pulling out action figures now, all signed by Sarge. The wrestling ones, the new Action Force ones, and then I pull out a signed 2006 carded Sergeant Slaughter from the GI Joe convention. I was like, this is exactly what I would have had signed. It's brilliant. Yeah, that was great. That was a great day.
Yeah, but you still need that experience of having one signed for you in person.
Yes,
and having a photo of that too. And so
when I originally said that I wanted to go to Joe Fest, Sergeant Kelly was saying, "Oh, you can sit with us as we're doing the signing and hang out." And I was like, "Oh, that's great." But I will also like to stand in the line with the rest of the fans and have that experience too. So it's nice to know that I've got a seat there if I want to, but I want to have that experience because when are you actually going to have that? So because I'm a fan, we might be 99% best friends, but I'm still a fan. And so I'm going to be lining up with the rest of the guys and be just as excited, probably more excited than anyone else. I feel bad for the 2 people at either end of me having to hear me dribble on about one. I feel bad for them. But yeah, I want to get something signed. I want to have that interaction. I want to be able to experience that because I don't think I'll ever be able to do it again. And it's just something that I've always dreamt of. So now I've got to think about what would I take? And maybe something a little bit different. I do have a poster from thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. It is cool. Thank you. I think it's cool too. Get it tattooed. Maybe I'll do that. That's not a bad idea, Ed 5. That's not a bad idea. If I do it, I'll give you credit for it. Actually, Kelly did say that she knows a tattooist there, so maybe that's something that'll happen while I am there. I might get a tattoo. Why not? Dare I say why not? But I do have a poster from a promotion called Le Zinc that he did. And so I'll probably get that signed because I haven't seen that poster around too often. And so it'll be a nice little thing that I would have for myself. And I always get things signed with my name on it. A, because I don't ever intend on selling it. And B, because it's for me. So,
absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough about me. Let's talk about Phil. Good buddy Phil. I could just keep talking otherwise.
We're kind of we're running out of time. Sorry, guys. Like
all good.
we're going to do another giveaway.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to make us all regular size here. I'm sure Phil is. There you go, Phil. That's a bit better for you.
Brilliant.
You're heading back to New Zealand shortly too, aren't you, Phil, for a bit of a quick visit? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm going back in at the end of January for like literally 5 nights. So first time to be going back for 4 years. So
Wow.
If you go to the beach and I go to the beach, I'll wave at you, Phil.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm so excited to go back and see my toys. I mean, family. It's going to be great. Yeah.
So, Phil, do you take an empty suitcase to New Zealand and just fill it up and bring it all back, or?
Yeah, I've got a few things over here that I want to fill up and take to New Zealand and sell in New Zealand as well. Like a few things that probably are pretty hard to get in New Zealand. So I'll probably have a full suitcase going there and then a full suitcase coming back again. It's my dream job to be a toy mule, just to, drag toys around the globe. That'd be brilliant. That's my dream. So I've had enough of the English teaching gig.
Just duct tape to you, like bricks.
Yeah, exactly.
Get caught with He-Man's strapped to your chest.
Or internally,
Yeah.
That's a broad toy.
But yeah, I can't wait to go back. Yeah, 4 years. It's been a long time between drinks. So yeah, a bit of Kiwi summer will be just what the doctor ordered. So yeah, can't wait.
Not taking the fam?
No, it's just me. It's a work trip basically.
Okay,
it's just me. Yeah.
I was going to ask for only 5 days.
Yeah, it's a Japanese style business trip. So initially it was just going to be 3 days, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! Like I haven't been back for 4 years, and you want me to go for 3 days?" So I pleaded with the boss, and they've allowed me to stay an extra 2 days to go down to the South Island and see my toys. I mean, my parents. So yeah, it should be good.
That's awesome.
All right, we've got a.
I'll wave to you guys when I get there.
We said we wanted you to stop over in Australia. Like, was there an extra day you could tack on to meet us? But
if only, if only, yeah.
Is it a straight line or is there a stopover?
Yeah.
There is a straight line to New Zealand. Yep, believe it or not. Yep.
Lame.
No
good. Get a different ticket.
I could go no frills on Jetstar, I think, and go via Australia. But guys, I don't know. A 12-hour flight on Jetstar sounds a bit horrendous. So
we'll shout you a beer, mate.
5 days as well.
We'll shout you a beer.
You'll shout me a beer. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll consider it. Sounding better and better.
All right. We're gonna have another giveaway. Mr. Andrew, would you like to show some of the? We're going to let the winner select. We've got a bunch of things up for offer, and a bunch of toys. So we'll let the winner pick what they would like.
All right.
Andrew's run off. What's he got?
Well, should I go from lamest to bettest? I don't know.
I'm sure it's all gold, mate.
Well, the best one is you can have the Keep On Collecting hat.
That just comes. You're gonna get that.
And if you really want, Matt and I can sign it.
I just devalued it.
Devalued it big time. And this was from that one we got from Lobos.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
it's a black box actually. Have you got yours? Master Universe pins. Have you got yours there, Ryan? Handy?
I don't have them handy, but I could quickly grab it. Yeah.
Yeah, could you quick grab it because this one's sealed.
Yeah.
And while he's doing that, there are a set of pins from Master of the Universe pins.
Oh, brilliant!
The other thing I found the other day was a Duo Joe helicopter.
Nice.
Yo,
Joe. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it had really good art on the back, so I thought,
that's good.
Grab that and put it in the giveaway if somebody wanted to choose that. And said the helicopter doesn't fit a fig or anything like that. It's just like a generic helicopter, but you got you got it, Ryan?
Yeah, so that's the box there.
Oh, wait a second. Let me make you big, Ryan.
Yeah.
One eventually.
There we go. So we open that up.
So there is, so there are a set of pins. So the one I'm giving away is a sealed pack of those.
That's cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So
really nice.
yeah, so or the in the little carry case, of course.
Amazing.
Does the GI Joe come with that, or you can pick the GI Joe thing separate, or?
Oh, we can give it away with it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Beauty.
Well, we give the whole three of them away. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Might as well.
All right. Well, they can pick either that.
Only if you sign all three.
Yeah, sign all three. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Devalued. No one wants those. I've got an Aliens. I'm gonna have to make myself big now, aren't I? Oh God.
Yep. You got to do it.
All right. Where am I? Here we go. Such a noob at this. All right, we've got an Aliens on card. Yes. That is, I have no idea. It's a what is it?
Bull Alien.
Bull Alien. Yeah, there you go. So
I know because I just got one recently.
Oh, there it is up there. Freaking hell, man.
You've been collecting toys long, mate? Or?
I'm like, Bull Alien. How do you know that? Okay, so Bull Alien is one choice. You can either pick a Bull Alien. I don't know why I've got another one of these, but you can have these are the Ecto one from Afterlife. It's never been opened. No, still got the sticky tape on it. I just bought. I don't know why I've got a second one of those. So there's that one. Or you can have a Boba Fett droids. So he's still there, but it's just a bit of a damaged box. So I got that. And the last thing, so you can pick. I don't know. You can pick one or two. I don't know, but I've got a Superpowers. One of the ones from McFarlane Toys. Superpowers, Green Lantern.
Choice overload over here.
That's yeah.
Very generous. Very generous.
All right, so just let you there you go. Just start writing in the comments if you're in, and I will add your name to the duck race. And I got to stop making myself big now because that's embarrassing.
Scaring the kitties.
So yep, Suze, we'll add you, and we'll add Mr. Ed 5. Yeah,
pretty cool to have 2 alien figures up for grabs tonight. So that's cool
for sure.
Yeah, it's just something different. And yeah, last to leave, I've got that. Jewel, yep. Shabby's in. All right, I'll chuck Shabby in there. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves there.
So all mine goes with the prize they choose of yours. Correct?
Yeah, I don't know. Just pick 2. Pick 2. You can pick. I've got 4 things there, so just pick 2, and we'll send it. It doesn't matter if you're in Australia or overseas.
And then all this as well. So we put it together.
And all that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is 2 of us, so that's why there's a lot more, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, Darth Muzzer, we've got you, and we've got Taylor's, and we've got
Taylor's are in again.
All right, so I'm just adding these people in.
Silver Knight Cole, I think the boys are happy to send it anywhere in the States if you win, so that's fine.
Yeah, we're used to sending. What about you, Mr. Orlando? You've got Duck Race. You want it? Are you interested?
Yes, Orlando's in.
Yep, he's interested. There he is. All right, adding him as
no,
well.
If you're in the States, to put you in, we'll send it.
Yeah,
we'll send it.
So just while Matt's doing that, Phil, I was just going to ask you, mate. Obviously, it's been 4 years since you've been home. So, is Christmas in Japan, aside from the normal, differences of life in Japan, is Christmas different there, or is it still a similar experience, generally, broadly speaking, kind of thing?
It's kind of weird. It's massive. Like there's Christmas lights everywhere, and all the shops are all decked out with Christmas decorations, and there's sales and stuff. It's not a public holiday over here, though. I think.
Really?
I think Christmas is on a Sunday this year, so that
Yeah.
That'll be a day off, but usually it's just a normal working day, and business as usual. So yeah, I've worked the last 4 years. I think I've worked 3 out of the last 4 Christmases. I've taught on Christmas Day, so it's an odd one. The Japanese like to cherry pick. They like to they take festivals from all over the place and they sort of celebrate different things, but they're not. It's not a Christian country, so they're not church-going people or anything. But it's just a normal working day. But yeah, Christmas is everywhere in terms of Christmas lights. They love illuminations and things like that. So you can definitely tell. Like it feels like Christmas, but on Christmas Day, it's business as usual. It's very odd.
So for kids in Japan, Phil, like for your daughter, like is there that excitement leading up to Christmas, or is it not really the same as it is for other countries like us?
It's probably not quite the same, eh? Like for my daughter, it is, because she spent her first 3 years in New Zealand, so she knows what it's all about. So she's been giving me different Christmas lists and things that she wants. But yeah, for other Japanese kids, probably not such a huge thing. They probably get one present from their parents or something like that. But in terms of having a Christmas tree and having hundreds of presents under the tree, probably not to that extent. Hey,
does Santa show up at your house, Phil?
I've been a good boy, so I hope so. We'll see. We'll see.
Lumps of coal.
What's on the wish list?
The wish list?
Yeah.
God, this will sound cheesy, but just health and happiness. I don't know. I haven't thought what I would like. One more display cabinet for my room, actually. Like there's one wee space right at the end of the room that's looking a bit bare. And I've got a lot of figures and toys still like tucked away in storage space. So yeah, another display cabinet would be a nice practical present. So I'll see what Santa can do.
It does, doesn't it? Looks like Shaggy Santa's already. All right.
I tell the kids in Japan that in Australia and New Zealand, Santa comes riding in on a surfboard, and it just freaking blows their mind. They cannot believe. I show them pictures. Yeah, they just cannot believe it.
Little koala on his shoulder.
Phil, because we have just locally, we have it's called Surfing Santa. So we all go down to the beach, and a guy rocks up in a Santa suit with his elves, and then he goes down with his elves to the beach, gets on his surfboard in his Santa suit, and away he goes. So it's kind of true. I'll send you a picture, and you can show your kids.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Please do.
All right, shall I run this? I'll run this last duck race. Let's do this. It's starting to get a little bit late, so we need to move it on. Bear with me. Duck race. All right. Okay, we can all see that.
Yeah, we can see that.
I've got you in there as well, Phil, Zazel. You're okay with that?
Oh yeah.
Beauty.
Duck baby.
Do it.
All right, we'll go done. So, wow, there's 19 people in this one. All right, so we've got a minute. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
And they're up.
Thanks, Andrew. It's funny how Shabby's in a clown suit. What's going on there?
Strawberry. I think so. Come on, Doctor. Come on.
It's the one in the back, isn't it? Oh, Shabby's slowing down.
Go Zazel. The strawberry outfit on. Go Zazel on his strawberry outfit.
What's his dog?
Leave a streak of red. He's lagging.
Yeah, he's got. Oh, look, G-forces like that. Oh, well, there's a few just dropping off. We've got Jules was making a comeback. I think it's Silver Knight. Kyle is leading it with a rainbow unicorn thing going on there, and Monique is up there in the top. Oh, wow. Well, we've got 4 seconds left.
Oh, it's going back.
It's going to be G4. Woo! There you go. You came third, Zazel. That's something.
That is the most I've ever won anything ever. So I'll take that. Mum is going to be so proud.
Well, Matt, seeing how there's a couple more of those helicopters, should we give them out to the second and third one?
Yeah, second and third. Get helicopters. Zazel gets a helicopter.
If I stand up, I could do a helicopter.
Yeah.
You're too kind, guys. Thank you very much. And thanks for putting this together too. Far too kind. It's brilliant being able to hang out with you lads. I don't often hear a lot of Aussie accents all at once. We put up with the Kiwis from time to time, but it's a nice. I love all the international friends that I've made along the way, but it's a nice. What's the word I'm looking for? Comfort, a little bit of comfort to hang out with some Aussies. So thank you very much.
No, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Zazel.
Thank you, Phil. We really
it's nice having a night stream as well. You can have a beer or two. Like often the streams with the American audience, it's like really early in the morning, and it's you're knocking back your coffees. But at night time, it's a nice way to unwind. And I love watching the Collector's Pack on a Monday. It's been a great thing to watch this year. So I hope you guys keep it going next year. It's the highlight of my Mondays. So looking forward to next year's episodes as well. Yeah. Keep them coming.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Phil.
Appreciate that.
Thanks, Phil.
All right, we'll let you guys go. Have a happy Christmas to you and your families. A good New Year.
Have a good
And
Christmas.
we'll
You
definitely
guys too.
see you.
Enjoy that summer.
We will.
When it hits.
When it hits cold down here.
Send some to me.
Thank you very much, guys. Sorry about the lateness. It's gone a little bit over time, but we appreciate you being patient and sharing.
All good.
We'll catch you in a live stream soon, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Phil.
Have a great Christmas, all.
See ya.
Christmas.
All right, GeForce, just let us know. Oh, okay, you have. So GeForce would like the. Can you send the Motu too shabby for? Wow. Well, you can pick something else if you like. GeForce, just if you want the pins to go to shabby, and you can have a hat and pick something else if anything else interests you. Let us know. Bye, Phil. Bye, Sarge. Thank you very much, guys. It's been a bit of an extraordinary live stream tonight, hasn't it?
It has.
It's been a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
It's running a little bit late, but I'm still smiling. Maybe the beer's
It's been awesome.
It's been a great night. Thank you so much for organising it, Matt.
Yeah, mate.
I reach out. Like, it's not just me. But thank you. It's, Scott's always available to help out. And and we've reached out to, our guests, Sis and Mike and Phil and Zazel, and they've provided lots of photos, and even some of the people in the chat have provided photos along the way. And I think I forgot one, actually. I've got while he's still in the chat, so I'm going to just quickly show a picture, because he sent it to me while we were doing this live stream. And I'll just quickly flash it up so he knows that I haven't forgotten completely, because I do forget a lot. Here we go. And this one, you're not going to recognize him, but this is Ed 5, our mate Dan, as a baby.
Wow.
With all his soft goods.
There's a lot of soft toys there.
There you go, Dan.
Wow.
There's a little baby. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Shabby's probably. Yeah, it's really nice. So there you go, Dan. I didn't forget. I just got a little bit sidetracked with other things going on in the chat and in the live stream. So, all right, guys, we might start wrapping up. It's 12:30. It's after midnight. 12:30 now for us in New South Wales. I know Ryan is
Yeah, it's getting on. It's about almost 9:30, so ready.
9:30. It was 9:30, guys. We're only half an hour in.
It's usually whole 3 hours time difference.
Well, it's gone along pretty quick, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's sort of got on really well.
Yeah, I feel like it.
Yeah, it's quite natural.
You haven't changed yet, apparently. Anyway, I was really nervous to do this because it's quite large to try and host a lot of people, and I thank you guys just for helping me out, keeping it running. And
no, you've done a great job, Matt. You've done an
you
excellent
did great,
job.
Matt.
Yeah,
thanks.
You did
Also,
awesome,
you
mate.
guys, like when I was trying to sort things out, you just kept the conversation flowing, so I appreciate that. And thank you everyone in the chat for hanging out with us, and we hope you all have a really happy Christmas, and hope you all your families and you stay safe and have a great time. Oh look, Ken's just popped in. Ken was actually our first comment on, saying have a great stream.
Before we went live, yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, right at the end,
He's like,
He gets
it was a special one, Ken. It was a special night. We just ran off. We ran for about 3 hours. We've gone probably a bit over, but yeah. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll get all those prizes out to everybody. So just let us know your details. Send us information on our Instagram.
Message and we'll send it out to you.
We'll organise and send it out as soon as we can. All right, everyone. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
See you soon.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy
Happy New Year.
Happy Christmas, everybody.
And we'll see you soon. Later.
See ya.
Leader alligator.
That's awesome.
Still